Well, well, well. Here we are. Hold on a second. Me. One more again on a Friday night, a nice Friday evening here in Louisville, Kentucky. Chilling. Not like a villain, like a motherfucker going his own way, doing his own thing, minding his own business. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Blackpillitis comes to get me and says, "Oh man, this motherfucker, he's not what he says he is. No, he just lives by it. He wakes up every moment of the day and lives it, embraces it, loves it, has a great time with it. You support the messaging, you support the ideas, you just don't like the person saying it." That's pretty funny. I'm not out here to bust ass on anybody that claims black pill. What I'm going to tell you about black pill is something that you probably already know. Black pill is nihilism. Now, unless it's taken on a different cultural meaning, other than, well, this is what it is. We're born to die. Fuck a bitch. And I don't think I'm going to come back and, fuck it. I'm not going to get out of bed. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. What's the point? All of it's pointless. If that's the same nihilism that we're talking about here, then it's just nihilism. It's just nihilism. Look, folks, I'm going to say some shit that is going to bother some of you. It's not my intent, but I got to, shake you a little bit. Not like shaken baby syndrome. Shake the baby. No, not like that. Not like that. The paradigm between reality and unreality is marked with the blue pill, which is the standard, and the red pill, which is awakening. Everything else is bullshit. Now, you may believe that it's not, and it's cool if you want to do that. If you want to waste your time swimming around in that verbal Marxist malaise, do it. Have at it. Have fun. I don't like to waste my time. I don't care about all of the other shit out there. I care about how not how I'm being perceived out here in the world, but how people are attempting to utilize me out here in the world. When you advocate for my disposability, when you advocate for my utility, you tell me exactly who and what you are. You don't have to say anything else. 337 of y'all in the house. Thank you. As always, I'm going to jump up in the chat real quick, and we're going to read some of these amazing hot takes, and then I'll get back to the subject at hand. The real black pill. The real black pill is just cover up. That's all it is. The real black pill, if you want to say it, is makeup. It's fake up on a bitch, because without it, she doesn't stand a chance in her mind. That's the real black pill. You can use nihilism for anything. You can be nihilistic about anything. There is no purple pill. There's no blending of the blue and the red. If you decide to go walk on hot coals, you're going to burn your feet. Okay? Folks, that's just what it is. Jeff Hook, bother me. I don't want to. Char Asnable, don't shake the baby. Don't kick the baby. Sifu Black Irish, there will eventually be the heat death of the universe. Yeah, I suppose. I won't be here to see it, so it don't matter to me. John Smith, rattle them cages, brother. We're trying. Well, only a little bit, though. I didn't come out here to break nobody's ass. I'm not going to try to run up Coach Red Pill's fucking skirt and, I guess I just did it. Well, that's okay. It doesn't make a difference. Not going to try to run up his skirt and tell him what's up. If you want to believe that shit, then go believe that shit. Do you know why, out of the 7 years that I've been doing this now, not one person has been able to come at me and come strong? Do you know why? Because I don't give them ammunition. You see, I put my information out there. So 3 or 4 years down the road, when somebody comes out and says, we have doxed Hammerhand, here are his vitals, and they look dumb, they look stupid, my information's already out there. I put it out there. That's just the way it is, gang. I don't give people information that they don't need to know. And I certainly don't give them ammunition. Penny Pounder, there are only 2 pills, red or blue. No black, no pink, no purple, no white, no silver, no sun pill, no graphite pill. None of that shit. You guys, you take a perfectly good concept of freeing yourself from usury and you butt fuck it with a whole bunch of other stupid shit that nobody cares about so that you can fit into something. That's terrible. It's terrible that you do that stuff to yourself. Jellyman, Tatake boys, keep fighting Tatake. I don't know what that is. Did I say that right? Die with your sword in your hand, not shriveled up, afraid of failure. Just do what you got to do. You know? There's nothing nihilistic or black-pilled about one of these thoughts out here not wanting you. But Hammer, there's 3.5 billion of them that don't want me. You lucky motherfucker, you. How lucky are you? That's good, homeboy. That's good. It'll give you an opportunity. And then another, and then another, and then another. You don't have to sit around and sing the fucking blues because some bitch doesn't want to suck your dick. So what? Who cares? It's not the worst thing in the world to not have somebody maul you. But it's a passage. It's a rite of passage. It's what we have to do. No. Says who? Says who? Whenever anybody wants you to act or they try to compel you to action, what do? They try to make you feel like you're missing out on something. Is it an experience? Sure. So's drowning. So's falling out of a fucking airplane at 35,000 feet. That's an experience. You want to do that? You'll feel great till you hit the ground. Alex King, Fortis, they are fucking with the food started 2 weeks ago. Hydrostatic Blackpill equals I'm not getting out of bed because I'm not Chad. Just sitting over here in Louisville, looks maxing. Oh man, I'm going to make myself more appealing for her. Why don't you make yourself more appetizing for you? There's something that's really, really hard to do. That's the truth of your modern day nihilism. Modern day nihilism is people that don't want to look within. They have 1,000 fucking thorns, 1,000 needles pointed outward. They don't have one pointed at themselves. It's kind of sad. Kind of sad. Christopher Stump laughs. Then you won't feel nothing. Intellectual Quasar. Say no to clown world. Say yes to millennialism. To minimalism. Well, look, you can do minimalism. Look, I advocate for minimalism. I don't practice it. I mean, it's pretty fucking clear, right? It's pretty clear. But I have a couple of gats. I've got a bug out bag, and I've got places to go if I have to. So I know what it's about. I know how to do it. But while I'm sitting here, while the earth hasn't cracked in half and nukes ain't being slung from continent to continent, I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my fucking labor, the spoils of my victories that I win every single day. You should too. ESP revaluation. Max. Crush a grape. Cox Maxon. Matt Downer. Red pill all the way. And any pill that's black is whack. Look, man, it's something that's already here. It already exists. It's called nihilism. You want to get technical about it? The red pill and the blue pill already exist. It's reality and anti-reality. It's the image that's painted for you versus the reality that you experience. How unfortunate for all of us that we don't live the same reality. Social media has been a godsend and a cancer on this society. I prefer to look at it as a godsend because You don't know this, but a while ago, I made a video and we were talking about, I think it was in a fireside chat, something like that. And we were talking about what our superpowers would be. If we could pick a superpower, and everybody's going for the same old shit like flying or super strength, or invisibility. I said knowledge. I would want to know all that is knowable about any chosen subject. And I think my superpower has been granted. Sometimes you can know too much. And that awakening that we go through when those blinders are pulled off of your eyes, man, it's tough. It's tough. That by itself kills a lot of people because they didn't imagine that. They didn't see that coming. Those of you that make it through, man, it's a baptism of fire. It is. And then you make it. Some of you are just hanging on right now. Trust me when I tell you this. It gets better. You do learn how to live with it, fellas. You do learn how to live with it. You don't need somebody sitting in your life, eating up your fucking food, hogging your covers, fucking with your kids to know that life is worth living. You don't need that. Angel Ayala, monk equals ultra instinct. Revolver Adam, I would call women children, but children are at least endearing. Some of them are mean little motherfuckers. And that's an image of their parents. I think we all know that. 24 minutes in, 505 sets of eyeballs right now watching this old motherfucker spurred. Thank you. I appreciate the shit out of you. I always appreciate you. Thanks for taking your time and tuning in tonight on this wonderful Friday night. John Smith, going monk achieves true enlightenment only if you want to receive that. Only if you want to distance yourself from every programming stitch in the quilt. That's a big fucking if. For a lot of people, that's a big if. Johnny Midnight, nobody fucks me better than me. I must agree with you, sir. I must agree with you. That's the same argument that the Transformers use on you, though, isn't it? They're like, a man knows what a man. Did I say man? A whoa man knows how a man wants it. Come over here, begging. Let me get some. Fuck that shit. John Gorsica, try drowning. Let's bring the meme back. Rib Grunt, I miss jumping out of airplanes and helicopters. I don't. So no, thank you. Lion Man at Hammerhand, is BLM out tonight? Breonna Taylor cop not charged. I don't know. There will be a few of them. Breonna Taylor should have been tried post facto. I mean, like after her death. Breonna Taylor was a fucking thug. And she deserved what she got. It didn't come the way that people thought it was going to come. She probably should have been murdered on the street by one of her homies. But that's just what it is, ain't it? You return a rental car with a body in the trunk. She hangs with fucking thugs and hoodlums, does dope runs, and gets shot down while she's living the life. Oh, well. I cry 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. I don't give a shit about Breonna Taylor. I don't give a fuck about George Floyd. I don't give a fuck about none of these people. I don't care about the black grievance. I don't care about the white grievance. I don't give a shit about that. You motherfuckers want to go out there and mangle and maul each other, do it. Don't bring it to my doorstep or I'm going to roll a grenade in your butthole. I'm going to get you. Come strapped. Jeff Hook, I wish I could apply makeup to get laid. Oh, God, no. No. Riff Magos, say it. Hammerhand. You're a fucking legend. I am not. I'm just a guy, man. I'm just a guy. Oh, shit. Before I go any farther, big ups to the chat. And big ups to those wrenches that keep this motherfucker straight. You master wrenches, you. I adore the work that you do. I appreciate your time on this channel. And I see you on the other channels where you have also gotten that wrench and got that trust. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, if anybody comes in stupid and they want to talk, let them talk. Let them talk. It's good. Let them talk until it's time for them not to talk. And you know what time that is. You're all trained. You know how to do the thing. Ford is king. I prefer being on the ground than up in the air. Yeah, man. When your feet are planted, your feet are planted. Lion of MGTOW, better yourself for yourself, not for that validation. And that also means, look, I have to say this because I see it happening a lot. It also means switching validation, like drug hopping from coke to heroin or methadone. Don't switch validation centers. Validate yourself. If you find that you're hooked on needing validation from females to feel worthwhile, and you jump off of that and you start getting it from other men, man, that's not good. Look, if you've done something that I won't say requires, but gets some validation from somebody, then it's cool. But you've got to know that you earned it. You got to know that you earned that. So always be careful that you're not switching validation centers, that you're not swapping one emotional crutch for another. That's a big problem with people out here, man. I don't get no validations from the hoes anymore. I don't. Hold on. Oh, that motherfucker just went live. I'll be back in 3 hours. You've got to be careful. Be careful. Be careful with yourselves. Be careful with yourselves, man. Silver bullet, sex ain't worth the fucking hassle. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's a pain in the fucking ass, especially if you miss the primary hole. There's too much that comes with it now. There's too much. There's too much indemnity. There's too much assumption. It's not just sex for sex and fun for fun. It's just too much. And I would rather just cut that shit out of my life and concentrate on the other shit that I have going on. And I share them little moments from time to time with you guys in the shorts, and you see that there's no shortage of shit going on. One Against Many, what's up, Hammerhand? Really like the artwork, man. Super cool. Yeah, I got to make a point about that. Some of that stuff I drew from the top down, all the way, blank paper. Some of it were pencils that I pulled off of the internet and I inked. So I did the work, but the actual pencil drawing was already there. So I need to make sure that you guys understand that. I don't want to mislead anybody with that. But yeah, like 50% of that stuff I drew on blank paper, and then the other 50% were just pencils that I pulled up and I did the inking. I wanted to practice my inking. So there's no better way to do that. No better way to do that than to get some pencils off of the internet and practice your inking. Slay Onyx. How to avoid being nihilistic. I don't know that you can. I don't know that you can avoid nihilism. What I do know is that if you experience it more than once, and in your lifetime, you more than likely will. What I do know is that the first time that you battle through it, and it seems like it's the end of everything, that you do actually want to lay down and die, you want to stop living, push on. When you get through that, and you get that murkiness and that depression out of your head, you become steeled. You become fortified. You can recognize the signs of depression when they're coming, and you can help yourself. You recognize the signs of nihilism. You don't cover it up with an attitude like Blackpill and start doing a whole bunch of other stupid shit and embracing a coda that suggests that you live to die. Those are the most basic fundamental principles of our lives. We are born and we die. There's a shit ton of things in between those that you can do to, I won't validate, justify your existence. And there's a whole slew of shit in between all of those that you must do. You must observe, lest thee get caught up in dumb fucking crap that you don't want to get caught up in. JEGR. Hey, Hammer, your artwork was kick-ass. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. Channel 1800 word, hammer word. Leon, based hammer. I don't know about all that. Will L. Is this about hard hitting health truth J? No, it wasn't. I don't know why he has to bring everybody down. It just what it is, man. You know, some people, they do I want to say grift? I don't know if it's an actual grift. I think that the guy has actual problems, you know, and he's having a hard time fitting in. We've been there. We've all been there. You know, you get mobbed on by these guys like Triple H and not Happy Humble. You know what I'm talking about. Hard hitting health true J and Coach Blackpill. Like I said, if coach is in your name and you haven't coached, dismiss that shit. And these guys like to mob on us and say that we're not worthy examples. I don't have to be a worthy example for anything. I just get on here and I talk about what I know. I'm not trying to be your role model. I'm not. I'm trying to make sure that you don't get used. You don't have to like me. You don't. But if you don't want to get used and you're deaf, dumb, and blind out here in the world, you might want to listen. There's 1,000 motherfuckers in every comment section that drop nuggets, good ones, and they'll tell you too. And you'll eventually start to piece it together that those guys are out there doing shit that they probably shouldn't be doing. If your philosophy on life is to be a whore maxer, to go on out there and get yourself as pretty as possible so you can get as much pussy as you can before you die, in my opinion, it's a dishonest, unworthy pursuit. It's a waste of life. You can call it Blackpill. You can call it anything that you want to call it. I call it a waste of life. I call it a waste of time. Silver Surf Studio. Good words, brother Hammerhand. Thank you, bro. John Trimler, smoke them if you got them. Fortis King, ICBMs off the coast of California, just waiting. Well, we'll wait and we'll see what's up. I doubt very seriously that that's going down. And if it does, we're all going to have a lot more to worry about than grumpy whores. I promise. Zool, the death of Christianity for sure had a big impact on the rise of nihilism. I appreciate traits from both, but they've each got their problems too. Sure they do. Sure they do. Especially when you allow non-believers in anything to corrupt and infiltrate. Gatekeep everything. You will recognize these transgressors much, much faster than the normal person. Now, it doesn't mean go out there and become the MGTOW Gestapo. It means gatekeep. If Mr. and Mrs. MGTOW are trying to buddy up to you, tell them to kick rocks. Get the fuck on down the road. That's what that means. As far as the previous question talking about how to avoid nihilism, in my opinion, you can't. There comes a point in time where every person questions their worth for whatever reason. They question why they're here. They question, what do they do after this? This was the last box ticked. What am I doing? Am I just waiting around to die? Your purpose in life is to find motivation to live. That's it. That's it. I would say it's not much different for women. Not much different for women, except they have a biological imperative that they have given the finger to, started a war with God, and blame men for everything. And that's the average hoe. That's the average bitch out there. You seriously going to tell me that is organic? No. That is not organic. That is institutionalized brainwashing. We know this. I hope that life is better for our sons and their daughters. Roderick Sage, Hammer, just because you some pretty little thing for you does not mean you're not minimalist. Yeah, that came out a little scrambled, but yeah, I mean, I got you, homie. I got you. I mean, I easily in 15 minutes, if I had to, could be out of here. You know? And that's taking a few things. And if you get really pressed, 5. So it is what it is, you know. Quad Chain Kang, great intro music, Hammer. I appreciate it, man. You look, I was going to go for the full 20 on that opening roll, but I was like, I don't know about that. So I cut it a little bit short and went ahead and went to the 5-minute cue. And, you know, it's all good, man. Gwildor, majorly based Hammerhand. Well, I don't know. Frank D, hello from Eastern Shore, Maryland. Hammer time. What's up, Frank? How you doing, man? Glad to see everybody's chilling. Mr. GG Zero Money Down Real Estate Structures. That's a big-ass name right there. Big-ass name. The Purplepill. It does not exist. It's irrelevant. Christopher Stump, laughing my ass off. I'm the daywalker. Don't daywalk. Let me get my garlic. Oh, man. These nuts. BTC just dropped under 39K. Buy it up, boys. Stack that money. I don't know about that. Yeah, I've been watching it. We'll see where it goes. I am Siler. Dude, man, the war band is composed of a diverse group of marauders and barbarians. Hoorah. Thumper, I ain't got time for nihilism. I have too much fun shit to do with my time here. I agree, man. 100%. 100%. The saboteur is race pill real. I guess it depends on who you talk to. It depends, doesn't it? I mean, if you're talking to incredibly tribalistic people, yeah. Am I going to tell you that it doesn't matter? No, I'm not going to tell you that. I think that everybody, every ethnicity, every shade of person should be happy and proud of their heritage, of their shade. We've all got some fucking evil in us. We've all got some evil in our heritage. Everybody. There are no exceptions. Men have done dirt. Women have done dirt. It just is what it is. You know? Pointing the finger at everyone and saying, you must atone for these past sins from motherfuckers that have been dead for 100 years. That's not going to work ever. All you're doing is demonizing people that had nothing to do with nothing. But it's institutionalized, Hammer. The whole thing was made on blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. It's institutionalized to use human beings. You think that they give a shit about the black ones or the white ones? They just care about the ones that are old enough to put to work. You think they give a fuck about women and their freedoms? They want to whore them out. They don't give a fuck about that. What I do see coming in the near future, probably 30, 40 years, is a complete and total flip of the way that prioritized systems are dealt with. What I mean by that is governance. We're standing on a seesaw right now. The population is in the middle. The men that have been running shit are on one side. The females that are coming in are on the other. And it's not going to be long before that shit tips towards all of those females. Your system is going to crash. It's going to come apart. How that's handled in the aftermath is going to determine where people go and how we get there. I don't think it's reasonable to assume that we're going to see a nuclear deployment. I don't think so. The whole point of a nuclear deterrent is to wipe out everything. And these people don't see themselves ruling over a crusted over planet. They don't see that. So, yeah, we're going to have some shit to deal with. But right now, it just is what it is. Justin J. Dogs, Hammer, let's see some more built models. Maybe in the not too distant future, we'll get that squared away. I'm working on a few projects right now, but I've got a big one that I got to try to get set up before Indianapolis this year. and cannot for the fucking life of me get motivated to do it. You know, it's just trying to get everything squared away and sit down and just get it done right. You know, I don't like half-ass stuff. Angelo Newsom, the black pill was too strong for my boy Renegade 1. I kind of almost feel guilty he committed suicide. I tried to get him out of that black pill, but the darkness took him. It was his will to live, diminishing, that took him. Excuse me. You have to be able, with what people are calling the black pill today, it's nihilism. There's no black pill. I'm sorry. There's no such thing. It's nihilism. You know, you have to be able to pull this out of yourself. If you can't do it by yourself, you've got to have people around you. And if you don't have people around you, you have to have clinical help. Now, far be it from me to tell anybody to go to a clinical psychologist because I don't believe in them. But if you have nobody and nothing, then something is better than nothing. Something's better than nothing. I wish he hadn't done that. But it is what it is. Chaos for you. Materialistic people don't value things of value. Everything is expendable to them. Yes, everything is expendable to them. Everything. Gentlemen, you saw the thumbnail for this video. That's nihilism. That's nihilism. Bitches will get down on their knees and suck you off, gladly take your money, go home, feel like fucking trash, then advocate that sex work be recognized as real work. It's legitimate. It's really a thing, y'all. No, it's not. It's always been a thing, but it's not legitimate. It's not sex work. You're whoring yourself out. You're damaging your soul. And then you want to look at me, you as the market provider, and blame me because I was the consumer. And don't think any differently about females. If a female answered the call, they would point the finger at her and blame her too. Just a little bit less, though, because they both share a gash. So somehow there's some community in that. We just have to wake up, really, and understand that people are out of their fucking minds, that nobody's helping nobody, and nobody really cares about anybody else. Now, I'm not going to say that you don't have any care in you. I'm not going to say that. I don't believe that. But, yeah, we got problems out here, folks. There's a lot of problems out here. Trini MGTOW, you have to want to live to overcome anything. I agree, man. You want to know why nihilism is as strong as it is, as present as it is. It's not hard to track this shit back to where it started, in modern times anyways. It's not difficult. All you have to do is start looking about 1960. That's where it really started to set in. War after fucking war. Men being sent off to die. Women being empowered to kick them out of the fucking home. Your children being torn from you. One ruined, fucked up generation after the next. Now we've got 40-year-old millennials and Zoomers. Oh boy. Wow. Can't wait to live another 80 years to see how that turns out. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. Put 2 behind my ear. I'm ready to check out. See ya. D-Man 50. That's like a soap 2. They made great crack barrel shotties. Old Salt, over 600 in the house. Oh man, 46 minutes in, 600 sets of eyeballs watching this crazy old motherfucking Alzheimer's patient. I got out for what? No, you can't. I need my dice. Will L, focus on numero uno, gentlemen. Absolutely, man. Focus on yourselves. Focus on yourselves. Look, man, it's up to you as the consumer of the content whatever content that may be, to judge the value of the content. You know, sometimes we put these things together and they're boring, right? But there's a lot of good information in it. Sometimes it's a whole bunch of flash, gets people worked up and excited, but it was still entertaining, right? That's up to you. That's up to you to judge that. It's also up to you to judge, are you being fucked with? Are you being trolled? You being lied to? I don't know. It's hard to do, man, if you don't have a set of principles. And this is the part in the show where I talk to you about morals, ethics, values, principles, the ability to control your biology so that you don't get fucking used. That's what you need to know. There's very few things that I would tell you that you have to do. Developing morals and ethics are number one. Values and principles, number two. Controlling that biology, it must follow right behind them. It's like you'll be Superman, just not the gay one. You know what I mean? I know somebody was like, oh, come on, bitch. You didn't just say that. Yes, I just said that. Come on. Doing Wim Hof on shrooms is bananas. I don't know nothing about that, so I wouldn't know. Tito D, Biden is an incel. Now, Biden is a dementia survivor that's being abused. That's elderly abuse. But then again, it couldn't happen to a better person because he's been a 50-year fuck off and a moron. So I guess if you're going to abuse somebody, they might as well get the call. Give that motherfucker the ticket. Fuck him. Shane Porter, gay Superman comic flopped hard. Yes, it did. Jonathan Kent, son of Superman, he likes pink-haired freaks now. I went to the comic shop today. This comic shop's a little bit away from where I live, but I make a trip to go down in there. And I picked up a few of Ethan Van Sciver's books. I like Ethan because he struck out on his own. He did the Cyberfrog deal. You want to talk about not being nihilistic? This fucking guy was blackballed by the industry because they found out that he was a Republican and a conservative, right? That he loved family, that his family actually regarded him as the head of his household. So they put him out of business. Ethan Van Sciver went out and took a creation of his that he had back in 95 or 96 called Cyberfrog that he did with an independent company called Harris Comics, and he revived the character. Ethan Van Sciver is a fucking baller. That motherfucker could have easily become nihilistic or blackpilled, threw his hands up and said, fuck this, I can't do it without DC, I can't do it without Marvel, and now he out-earns DC and Marvel. Everybody. John Smith, politicians are fucking parasites living on our taxes. I agree with you. They sure are. We'll need about 10 million more people to wake up and start fucking drumming that motherfucker. That's what we need. I can't tell you when that's going to happen because people seem to be really, really cool with getting used. Parliament Strifey, McFarlane did it first, but McFarlane wasn't blackballed. McFarlane wasn't banished from the industry. You're correct, he did it first. Out of the big timers, he did it first. Jose Marquez, Hammer, isn't the real black pill the truth about things that the red pill philosophy was before the PUAs began to use it as a twist on grift? Most black pill channels don't grift from what I can tell. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Some of what you said is true, but we don't start doing the color mixing shit. Everything out there is infiltrated to some degree. Everything out there is watered down and twisted to take its potency away. Why do you think I've never changed the name of this channel? There were a whole bunch of MGTOW channels out there, had MGTOW in their channel name. Every fucking one of them. Every one of them sold out. At least the big ones. The ones that I know of. If you didn't, shout yourself out. I'd like to know what your channel is. Everybody sold out. I didn't. That's why I'm on my 7th fucking channel. That's why Chronic, as loyal as he is to his brand, that's why he's rocking 15 of them. There was a point in time in between the first Hammer Hand and this one, I made 3 videos and I got banned again. And they were milquetoast videos. You know how it is. They just come for you, man, and you just deal with it. If you don't deal with it and you fold up like a cheap fucking suit, is that them exerting pressure on you, or is that you responding to pressure that is not really pressure? They're just saying, bad, slapping you on the fucking wrist, and you're like, oh, don't do it, Auntie Susan. I'm sorry. Please let me keep my monetization. And every fucking one of them, 100,000 subs, 200,000, 300,000. Very, very watered down content. Compton, they're finding out the hard way that these woke movies are getting completely rejected, and rightfully so. I don't think that they care about that. I don't think that they care about the rejection. I think what they're trying to do is just pound this shit in. If they have an entire generation of this shit sitting around, you know, when the people who are 4 and 5 and 6 years old today, when they grow up and they start to become somewhat conscious, that'll be their representation. Representation. Who knows what the landscape of humans is going to look like then in 18 years? I don't know if it's going to last 18 months. You know, society's circling the fucking drain. I mean, the machine keeps going. You know, you've seen it before, right? Broken down machines, the bearings are fucking falling out, rusted, manifolds dropped off, some bitch still runs. Still runs. But there will come a time when something key and critical will fail, and it'll stop running. It'll stop working. And then all of the falsehoods, all the fake shit that is built on that machine is going to stop with it. And that includes probably, I don't think it's conservative to say 90% of all female jobs. All female power bases, they're gone. They're gone. Almost makes me root for it. But of course, I'm not going to root for it. Goodness gracious me. MGTOW Monger. Yup, they sold out, adjusted, but some of us still hold the name. Yes, sir, we do. Yes, sir, we do. Always good to see you in here, brother. Ghost Shura Hammer. Thoughts on Casey Zander? I don't know who Casey Zander is. So nothing personal. I just don't know who Casey is. So maybe I'll check that out here after the stream is over. You know, Feral Android, TFM is gone. He's gone off of here. He's not gone, but he's gone off of here. Parliament Strifey. Some went into hiding like poor Sydney in Australia. Yeah. Look, I don't think he had a choice. I don't think old boy had a choice. You know, when the fucking cops are beating you up over a mean tweet, that country is gone. It's gone. That's not a democracy, folks. That's not a democracy. Got murderers on the fucking street, drugs pouring into your ports. The fucking Chinese own half of your country, and you are arresting people and assaulting them over mean tweets. Beating up pregnant women and tackling them on the street over no mask. Do you seriously think that those people wake up every single morning and say, man, I'm going to go and improve my community. I can change this from the inside. No. They look at you like a fucking bug. Something to be stepped on. You are an undereducated, underwhelming piece of dog shit to them. They are the authority. They are going to school you. They're going to teach you. They're going to learn you right, whether you like it or not. Jerry C. Did Barbar sell out? I don't think so. I think Barbar just went and found that door out. If he went and got himself a woman and he's willing to take that risk, it just is what it is. No, I don't think that that's selling out. I think when you're 100% aware of what's going on and you still decide to participate, I'm going to say that that's kind of stupid. But if he goes overseas and he grabs himself a wife for the time being, he'll be okay. But even they come with their risks, lots of them. That's nihilism, folks. It's nihilism. Like I said, there's no blending of the red and the blue. You can't dance on the line. You can't claim red pill while you're engaging in all of that other shit. It doesn't make you red pill. It doesn't make you MGTOW. It doesn't make you a monk. It makes you a double talker. You preach one thing and you do something else. And unfortunately, the manosphere is loaded with motherfuckers like that right now. Phantom shitter. The only time I go blue pill is when your mom visits. Well, that's nasty. I didn't need to know that. Todd Allen went to war, lost my children, house, and of course, I pay child support to 2 kids I barely see or know. Again, how am I not a second-class citizen? I've been close a few times to truly checking out. Todd, brother, there's a lot of things that I could say on that. The first thing I'm going to say is you may not like your ex. Are your kids safe? Or is she a train wreck? That's kind of where I start with that with everybody. Are your kids safe with her? Does she love them? Does she take care of them? That's where I start. The answer is yes, then you've got some choices to make. Obviously, you have to protect yourself and provide for your future and your well-being. You have to do that. You don't have a choice. If you're going to stick around, if you're going to watch the sunrise, you have to provide for your existence. And I don't think that you'll have a problem doing that. If your kids aren't safe, if you feel like she's a genuine threat, please keep in mind that Title 4D, which is what child support is enacted under, is not a law. It is not a law. It is a statute. A statute is a rule. You are not legally obliged to observe a rule. When you get drug into child support court, it's voluntary, my man. All of it. All of it. If you want out of that shit, we have some folks that can help you get out. Look up Amen Osiris. He goes by the name 4D Destroyer and, of course, Amen Osiris on YouTube. The man is rock solid, legit. And he'll start you on that path. He'll start you on that path. When you went to child support court and they handed you a stack of fucking papers, what they did was get you to sign away your rights. And you didn't know that. And if you had an attorney, your attorney didn't tell you because he's getting paid. It's a big fucking racket. If people really knew what child support was about, the masses, they would kill every fucking family court lawyer in the country. They'd kill them. They have destroyed more fucking families than any thought I could point a finger at. Frederick Rips, take a big fat shit. Well, how about if I want to give one? How about that? MGTOW, Monger, PUA, and MRA are both crap today. They're both shit today. They're both shit. They have lost a bunch of fucking steam. A bunch of steam. They were rocking. Yeah, and I'm not a PUA fan at all. I can't really stand that shit. But they were rocking when I got into this, both of them. And now they both, man, they're not even blips on the fucking radar. Ha! It's funny to see what's happened, how this has changed, man. It really is. Come on. Too many grifters. Yeah. Sobi-Wan, 4D Destroyer, is a good man. Yes, he is. In my opinion, yes, he is. And there you go on the screen from Successful Endeavors. Tara Banispence at Hammerhand. Why don't you learn about common law? It will end all this bullshit. I've already learned about common law, and I ended my bullshit. You have to be able to speak their language. You have to get out there and free yourself. You see, you have your rights. What they do is they take them from you and make you fight for them in a court of not so law. It's not really a court of law, but you have to understand what words mean in their language to understand how you're being fucked. If you call yourself a citizen of this country, which most people do, or you call yourself a person, you don't realize that you are passing title. You're defiling yourself legally. Road Brother, holy shit, I had no idea. The Maximum Troll, I'm a proud member of the LGBTFJ community. Well, yeah, me too, I guess. John Smith, suicide only hurts the people who love you. I agree, but shaming somebody that's feeling a particular kind of way doesn't do anything for that person. The people that love them need to try to help. And if that means staying away, do it. If it means pulling in a little bit, do it. It's hard to know what that means with individuals. People don't feel pain the same way. They don't feel rejection and fear and hurt the same way. It's not universal. It's not across the board. Oh, Feral, Android. What you talking about? I pay so much in child support. Well, if you don't want to do that, sir, very first thing that you have to do is look into 50-50 in your particular state. If your state mandates 50-50, which a few of them have done in the last few years, it's become the default position for divorces that have kids in them, marriages that end where children are part of the deal. You have to have 50-50 at the very least. At the very least. That way, you're not paying child support. She's paying when she's got the kid or kids. You're paying when you've got the kid or kids. If it turns out that she's not doing jack shit when she's got the kids, that they're dressed in rags, they're dirty, take her to court, get full custody. It's not easy, but it's not impossible. It's not 1 in a million. It's more like 60-40. They'll give her every fucking chance in the world. The system is built around her. You know, all these people out here that point and they scream and say, that's the racist, that's the Islamophobe, that's the cocksucker, that's the fucking anti-gay guy. Those people are the biggest fucking frauds on planet Earth. And it's the same way with broads when they do that shit with the child support court. Child support was never meant as child support. You see, there's a provision in Title 4D that says very plainly, if there's a reasonable expectation that women and children will fall into poverty without the husband, then we make it a rule, not a law, because you couldn't make this a law, that the husband will give supply to the wife and the kids, child support. They branded it child support. It's a welfare deal. But you know, they got to throw kids in everybody's fucking face. Oh, we can pass it if we say it's for the kids. We can enslave these motherfuckers if we say it's for the kids. And you got herds of stupid men out there clapping like seals. That's a good idea. Having no clue how badly they're fucking themselves. They have no clue. Oh well, right? Oh well. Revolver Adam. Child support is child support. Women are children. I don't mess with them. I just don't give a fuck. Successful endeavors. Richard Cooper is a scam artist. Richard Cooper. Yeah. Yeah, and I think people are waking up to this shit, finally. It's been a long time coming. It is what it is. Look, when people start telling you these really comfortable lies, and you know in your heart of hearts, that you really, really, really want that bitch. You want that female. What that guy's saying is not so bad. A little bit of work, I can go get me one too. She doesn't have to be a 10, man. I'll take a 5. Except a 5 won't look at you because they're so fucking delusional. That delusion is supported. That delusion is institutionalized. That's nihilism. It's disgusting and filthy, but it's still nihilism. Chaos for you, those fools using the ist and phobe words are misusing the words. That's the intent, is to twist and contort the meaning of words. That's the intent. I, for one, am glad that this has happened, and to the degree that it has happened, so that the regular normal Joe out there and Jane can get a nice little taste of what happens when you go against the mob. You never had a racist thought in your life. You know me, if you've been hanging around this channel long enough, you know that I don't believe in racism. There's no such a thing. But for the normal folk out here that swallowed that shit hook, line, and sinker, they believe it. Ha! Badger, the government media are dividing by the color of our skins. Well, that's been going on for a long, long time. Undead chronic. Earth. Oh, man. I'm going to tell you what, gents. I think, yes, this is the time. We'll put a couple of links in here. Folks, you want to come in? You want to call in? You want to say what's up? Come on. Bring it. If you don't, then don't. That's good too. Electric shrapnel, even if she looks at you, she stays away eventually. Sure she does. Oh shit. It's an undead chronic. What happened?
All hail Richard Cooper, the pooper scooper, Diet Jack Murphy, man of many deep cervixes, and the stepfather to your bitch's kids.
You know, when I heard you say Diet Jack Murphy, I thought of Fat Neo.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good. I think it was a pretty good one. Diet Jack Murphy. Diabetes Neo.
That's fantastic. I'm going to bring in Sifu Black Irish.
Micah, come on, buddy.
What's up, Sifu?
Greetings. I'm just honored to be in the presence of you two heavy hitters, babe.
Oh, bitch, stop that. You've been around for as long as we've been around, man. What's up?
Will you flatter me?
I'm just living the good life, man. Here I am. Now I've absorbed the red pill. It gave me freedom. And I've embraced the black pill. It gave me truth. But I've taken that impulse towards entropy and turned it on its head. How else could I have whooped cancer's ass?
Yeah, no doubt.
The green pill would have helped you.
Yeah, the cannabis pill.
I shake hands with Mr. Green on the regular.
Hey.
In fact, I'm outside smoking a cigar to take a break.
I mean, you're talking about absorbing. I'm pretty sure Rich Cooper absorbed half the Chads, and was he in Toronto? Half their zinc through association, eating out all those single mother puniti holes.
Oh man, disgusting shit.
And I tell you, man, I am so lucky that I just sidestepped all of that Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Same here.
Sure. It's like, you know, the statistics say 70 to 80 of men are ignored by the majority of women. Well, in my video, Incel and Monk, well, the statement assumes that I care about being ignored. I ghosted all the women in my life, man, because I was done.
Yes, sir. You know, this thing is not just about females. We get that fucking rap laid on us all the time. And Chronic hit it pretty good the other night. We said, you know, do surgeons not talk about surgery? Do cancer patients not ever talk about cancer? No, that's not how that goes down. You know, unfortunately, they happen to be closest to us in relationships as far as usury is concerned. So it's a constant fucking needle.
And what was that phrase from World War II? Know your enemy.
Yeah, know your enemy. So good to hear you, man, Sifu. I got a few other people in here, brother. I'm going to wrap this one up unless you got something to say. Comments, questions, concerns?
Oh, I'm good, man. But I'm just honored to be in the presence of you two and to be able to say hi to you. You continue to be an inspiration to me.
We appreciate you, Sifu. Same to you.
And a little shameless self promotion. I have a new channel where I'm doing more instructional videos. It's called the Rule of Three Balance Center.
Go ahead and link it up in the chat there, man. Throw that channel link in the chat.
All right, I shall do so. Well, I'll jump out of the way and let other people get in. Remember, until the next time, when one teaches to learn. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Peace, bro. Well, what's up, Mr. Chronic?
Oh, nothing much. I did a stream. I saw an article today. I don't know if it's a troll or not, but it's how to hide your hoe face from your man.
I don't know if that would be a troll or not. I mean, I think that's a SOP today.
I just don't know. It was written so perfectly. Like it's almost like I wrote it under some feminine. It needs to be like a feminist chronic, like a chronic, but just with like a purple hair or some shit.
Yeah, we got a lot of that shit going on.
Yeah, but also had I did some haterade. There's a lot of Ukraine. I don't want to call them Ukrainian simps. There's Zelensky simps, right? They don't actually care about Ukraine. They just care about what CNN tells them to cheer for. And they're getting all ass hurt on my posts and my videos. So I addressed some of that.
Yeah, well, right on, man. Well, we're going to get Jody in here and chat him up for a minute. Welcome to the chat, Jody.
What's up, JoJo?
Shit, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
OSHA, what's up, man? Well, that's all right. I guess we'll do something else. Oh, man. So we're going to get Tech Biz in here. What's up, Tech Biz? How you doing, my friend?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Can you raise your mic a little bit?
That should be better.
There you go. What's up, Holmes?
Hey, not much. Good to see you. Hey, nice to actually see you on that chronic here. This is the first time. Amazing. How you doing, buddy?
Howdy.
So what's up?
Hey, I just want to introduce the guys to a concept. It's called the opportunity cost concept when it applies to women in marriage and family. A lot of married men, I should say, are essentially broke. And if you start investing and saving when you turn 20, by the age of 40, you can retire. If you got a family and you invest into women and children, you're going to have to retire maybe, if you're lucky, by the age of 65. So when a woman tells you that, hey, what do you bring to the table? Well, 25 additional years of work. So nothing is free. Nothing is free.
No, of course not. Of course not. We talk about that quite often, especially my man Undead here.
Yep. But
also, Hammerhand, quick. I'm not sure if you know this, but you can adjust someone's mic volume. You see like the three little dots on the top right of the profile. If you click it, there's audio settings. Just uncheck the auto balance, and you can increase your gain if they're really quiet.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah, just let you know.
Other than that, that's all I wanted to say, guys, and good to see you.
I appreciate you coming in there, Tech Biz. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Peace.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Opportunity cost. I mean, I'm paying for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And simps are like, I want a woman who works. I'm like, well, then you want a man? Like, why do you need to marry a woman if she's going to be out working, not raising, giving you children?
Yeah, man, I agree with you 100%. But then again, think about the way that the family is today. You know, there is no family. You're very, very lucky if you've got a father and a mother in the same home raising the same kids, from 0 to 18. You're amazingly lucky.
I had a friend, smart black guy, went to an all historically black, the HBCU, historically black college university. They called him white because he knew his dad. His dad helped him move in, and people were bullying him, calling him a white boy because he knew his dad. I was like, do you know how embarrassing that is? Like, it's like
that's the way that the community, that's the way that they rock, man.
Oh man,
that's how they do it. The crabs in a fucking bucket.
Also, I had a new round of people call me racist because I played a video on my stream today.
Nice.
And it's like 3 black dudes. I say black African immigrants to Germany, and they're like, us black men own German women. Us black men own German women. And they all like walk up, and I swear, Hammerhand, it was like I was back in the Atlanta Aquarium looking at the beluga exhibit. These bitches are so big, and they're like, yes, we own German women. I'm just like, I like pause. I'm like, black men, please don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do it.
Don't do this for yourselves, man. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
I love the cottage cheese.
we're gonna welcome Revolver to the stream. What's up, Revolver? How you doing?
Can you hear me, boys?
Yes, we got you, bro.
Sweet. Not too much, man. I was having a little undead chronic session myself. Chronic, man. I love the streams. That chick earlier, though, man, I was spurging out in your chat over her.
Yeah, I had a woman
What
call
he's
in.
talking about?
I had a woman call in, and she was just like, Americans can change. Why are you just waiting for America to collapse? Like, we can convince people. We can fight for them. I'm like, I don't care about them. And she's like, but the whole time I was like, I don't care about them.
Yeah, it was great. I work at a university in Canada, so like you can probably imagine what I've been told and what my life is like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Jody, questions, comments, concerns?
No, I was just calling in saying I love you boys. Keep it up.
Oh man, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, Puniti as well.
Puniti. I don't partake, but you know what I mean.
Oh, man, saying on his own stream. Warband's taking over. I'm gonna walk into Hammerhand's place, take some of his figurines, put it aside, keep my legs up. I'm like, it's all right to smoke in here. Oh, thanks. Hammerhand's just like not even saying
shit.
what?
I have the most important question ever. Sorry.
Yeah,
what kind of hammer is your hand?
The hard kind.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's the kind that does the damage.
We'll make a transformation scene in the comic book where Hammerhand takes out his hammers and they turn into jackhammers, and it's just instant braining millions of symbiotes.
Hey, maybe it transforms into all the hammers. Just saying.
You never know, man. We might have a pain or two for that. Thanks for calling in, Revolver. We appreciate you.
All right, love you, boys.
Peace, bro.
Dude, speaking of revolvers, I tried to go get a double action revolver today. I went to 3 different gun stores.
Gentlemen, we got a few folks in the chat waiting, so hang tight and we'll get to you. Jody Clintworth, come on in here. Where you at, Jody?
What's up, Jody Clintworth?
I'm right here.
Jody.
Can you hear me?
What's up?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Can you hear me?
Got you.
Only
Right
when
here.
you
What's going
ask
on,
if you
bro?
can hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yeah, we got you, man.
Yes.
What's up?
Hello.
Oh, just
Hello?
just put him backstage.
All right, Tim.
Yeah, I think we're not
Don't feel-
working
don't-
out too well there with Jody, so that's the
Don't feel
second
bad about
try.
it, Hammer. Don't feel bad about it. You got 500
don't.
people
We're
up in
good.
this.
We're good. Tex Boulevard coming downtown. What's up, Tex?
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We got you.
Outstanding. I don't want to be like that last guy. So anyway, I just wanted to say you were talking about the black pill. First of all, let me say Hammerhand. One more again. Me.
One more again, man. Thank you. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Chronic? How you doing, brother?
Howdy.
So anyways, what I wanted to say is that what I said in the comment chat is, give your life purpose, anything, whether it's superficial or whether it's deeper or more philosophical. One of the things that gives me purpose, you guys know that I'm a prepper, and being a prepper is a lifestyle. It's not just a hobby. It started out as a hobby, but now it's like a lifestyle. And we men, when times get hard, we can get small with our living situation. Like me, I live in a tiny house right now, and I'm working all kinds of overtime.
That's a good idea.
I have
Fat bitches can't get in the door.
and here's the thing. People are like, well, why do you live like that? You don't have a girlfriend, this and that. I'm like, no. I mean, I barely got enough room in this little tiny house for myself and all my preps and stuff like that. But I've got another friend of mine moving over here, possibly in the next few months from another part of the country. And we're going to be living, as he calls, because he was in the military, the barracks life. And as you guys know, I went to the academy. I was a corrections officer. So it was like 4 people in a single, like what the equivalent of a hotel room would be. So I'm used to that life too. I've done it before. I mean, I've slept in my car. So as men, we can get small. We can begin to team up 2 and 3 deep in an apartment that has like one crapper and stuff like that. And we
You there?
can begin to prepare. If anybody questions you, man, and here's the thing, especially in financial hard times, in financial hard times, this is the right thing to do. This is how you survive it. You cluster together, you get small with your lifestyle, and you will be okay. Everybody knows what's going on overseas right now over in the East. So, that's gonna reverberate through our society. It's gonna reverberate through our economy. we're already seeing these thoughts and these feminists going here like, oh, World War III, oh, I'm back in the kitchen, and stuff like that. I'm like, it's already starting to have an effect on the social ether that is our society.
Tex, you see that meme that went around a little while ago about the girl that posted on Instagram about her boyfriend's apartment where he had just a TV and a mattress, and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
As if that's a bad thing. Yes, I did see that meme. As if that's a bad thing.
The actual quote was, men see no problem living like this.
Yeah.
Yes. No, we don't. We don't, because we don't need, vases for our flowers and pictures of landscapes on our walls. The only decoration I have on my wall is a flag. You know what I mean? It's a don't tread on me flag, and I've got another American flag, and that's it. That's what I consider decor.
I'm sorry, man, but Tim Pool ruined that flag.
Yeah.
I threw mine away. I threw mine away.
Well, Tim Pool is not the arbiter of meaning. You know what I mean?
No.
So
yeah, but if the Cringe Lord is like the main proponent of your flag, that's why I dropped the red pill. I like that. There's too many Cringe Lords on it, But to each their own.
Yeah, let me say something about the purple pill there, Hammerhand, if I may. Now, I've got a definition. A blue pill is someone who detects nothing is wrong and therefore takes no action. A red pill is someone who detects that something is wrong and attempts to mitigate the circumstances of that particular situation, and whatever it means. Either if they see something's wrong in the economy, they begin to prep. If they see something's wrong in the battle of the sexes, then they become MGTOW or MRA or something like that. They take action. All right, that's a red pill. A purple pill is somebody who detects that something's wrong, but they either have done nothing or they're not quite sure what to do. And it's only a temporary state. You either drift back into blue or you go further into the red.
Maybe. I got to say maybe on that, because everybody that I've ever seen claim purple pill, the first thing that they do is talk about the bitches that they've slayed and how they're continuing to do that, and that they're dancing around the obvious troubles and dangers of sticking their toe in that pond.
John Anthony lifestyle. If you want to be like me and have sex with 10,000 whores, I'm my course.
Yep, that's it.
Isn't that the guy who did a profile on a little while ago?
Yeah.
That guy that he looks half soy to me, and I'll tell you something. That guy is a grifter, and he's probably a wealthy guy spending daddy's money hiring models and stuff to appear in his films. You know what I mean? That's the impression that I got from that dude. I mean, so he can make money, off of selling people coaching. He's like a lot of those fake personal trainers that give you canned personal programs, and then they take your $175 for a couple of sheets of paper that another million people already have.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So
I was responding to talking about these pickup. I was responding to Pooper Scooper himself, Richard Cooper.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess how much he charges men to talk to him per hour?
It's like $1,000, isn't it?
$3,000.
$3,000. Yeah. Are you gonna? No. Look. If you said that, if somebody said that to me about anything in life, I would laugh in your fucking face, and I would turn around and I would leave, and I would make sure that people understood why I was laughing and turning around and leaving, because it's absurd. It's absurd.
That's more than a brain surgeon makes an hour.
Yeah. It is.
I feel like I would need to have multiple botched brain surgeries before I thought that Richard Cooper could teach me anything.
That's how desperate people are out here, man.
Yeah. And for those of you who are wondering, Hammerhand is free. All you got to do is tune in, and you get not only the advice of somebody with some experience, but you also get fellowship in the chat box. You get fellowship in the MGTOW groups on Facebook. But I got a couple of parting comments for you. Number one, gentlemen, find a hobby, find a reason to live. Like my reasons to live, like I said in the chat box earlier, I'm a prepper. That is my lifestyle. That is my reason to live. There's another thing, and it's also become part of my identity. And being proven correct when this shit falls down, when this entire house of cards that we call a society comes crumbling to the ground, being proven right and having the satisfaction that I was right and the people that called me crazy were wrong is what I live for. Find yourself something that keeps you going. For me, it's completing my preps, and I'm damn near close. And then I was going to say something else, but don't worry what other people think about you. Support each other, call each other brother, call each other king, because every last one of us who has taken that red pill and has decided to take action and withdraw from this house of cards we call society for our own personal protection, every last one of you is a brother and a king without a crown. So every man a king.
Well, I appreciate that sentiment, Tex. Thank you very much for calling in, brother.
Thank you, man. You guys have a good one.
Yes, sir. Peace. So what'd you think about that one there, Chronic? Shit.
I think more men need to find purpose. I mean, look, if you don't have a purpose, should I give men a purpose or no?
Yeah, man. Throw it out there.
Okay. If you don't have a purpose, get a job, even a shitty and take all your earnings and donate to paypal.me/hammerhand TMM.
Look, you weren't supposed to do that, man. There's
If
another
you like
merciless
Hammerhand
still.
streams, he's been blowing it up this week. Consider supporting the bearded monk himself.
All right, man. We're gonna bring in Frank. Frank at this point.
Oh,
What's
shit.
up, Frank? How you doing, man?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we got you, bro. What's up?
I was going to write down a few things. I've got so little to say, and I won't keep you much.
That's okay. What's up?
Can you? Oh, you can hear me. Cool. Just the thoughts that I have. The one thing, I guess. Shit, I don't know how I sound. Chronic. When you deal with people, the haters that call. I dressed up one night. I put my hat on, dark sunnies, and some sort of bandana because I tried to be a hater. I was going to adopt an American accent. Yeah, I'm from Texas, all that sort of stuff. But you deal with them very well, very, very well. You keep your cool very well, in my opinion. I'm really happy about that. And now Hammer, I just watched. I had to watch it. It really riled me up. They're all Australian too. You show the clips of the guy on the right, the woman on the left. Yeah. I think they were Australian. I'm not sure, but no, actually they were American. But they're
Americans, yeah.
Talking about these and people commentating on how men are just stupid simpletons, all that sort of stuff. And that I couldn't watch it. I had a few drinks, and sometimes I get a bit Irish,
right?
But that was thing. But I just thought that, you know, as far as wisdom, and look, I know a lot of the war band. I have friends outside the war band who are very, I'm sure, very, what's the word, amenable with that sort of thing. And there's a lot of crossing over of things, and there are little disputes here and there. And, you know, Cooper, that's absurd, isn't it, Chronic? I saw Chronic's whole thing on that. That's absurd, absolutely absurd. Brain surgeon, what the heck? I'm trying to...
Hey, come on, bro, $3,000 and you can have 1 hour of my time.
No, it's impossible. So, but no, that was a good one. So, but with a lot of people in the war band, a lot of younger people, like, I don't know, but some of those lads, some of the boys are like 19, 20, 21 years old. I mean, and, you know, I like you know, I'm a bit older. You can see I got a bit. I can't do a beard like yours. I'm not trying.
Oh, shit.
Got the big beard. But no, I think that I've seen a lot of content creators, as it were, scare quotes, and you are one of the wisest. If we had a vote, if this was some sort of politico thing or politic thing. No, as far as wisdom goes, and I've listened to you, and I hear the lines of vectors of force that you use, and logic, and all that sort of stuff. They're very, very smart, and I like. But and the other thing, the last thing, I was going to write some shit down, but there's no point. Excuse me, I swore. But look, I know Anna Chronic sworn on my behalf too. Once.
That's
before.
all right, brother. Swear away.
No, I'll leave to the next caller. But my thing is also as far as I know, you Hammer and Chronic, you both have a foundation. There are people in here who do not have faith in certain things and all that sort of stuff, but the foundations, this is something I've thought about a long time, is that the foundations, now I'm not having any people who do not believe in whatever, but I think the foundations that you have of philosophy, how do I say it? I don't know. But the foundations you have, look, I've seen Chronic's 10, some 10 now. Hey, another 15, Chronic. I'd like to add. Oh, I don't know. There's some proverbs, a lot of proverbs. There's a lot of proverbs. It's all right,
Frank. It's okay, man. It's good. We're here with you. We got you.
There's a lot of proverbs that Chronic, there's a whole lot there that Chronic could even do if he does another third segment of the 5 verses and whatever. There's heaps. But,
Bible verses. Yes.
Bible verses, yeah. I'm not mean. Look, if people have a Muslim MGTOW, red pill, whatever they want to call it, don't care. You know, they're still part of the thing. But I think you guys have a good foundation. That's all I'd say. Many of the people that I've seen, many people who are content creators, old school as well, they come from a background of a faith background. So that's, well, I won't waste more of you guys' times, but it's an honor as well. Not an honor. I love to speak to these guys who are trailblazers, and we are growing at an exponential rate, smashing it out.
Frank, I know that. And for myself, I appreciate your words, brother. I appreciate you calling in. Chronic, you have any parting comments or shots?
Love you both.
Go smoke some weed.
Chronic, I don't touch the green, but I'm sympathy with the green. I'm the
Sympathetic.
I've got heaps here. I'm going out to get some more too, just down the road. Love you two both. Love all the boys. The wrench is really good. Success Pull Endeavors is a solid dude.
Yes,
okay, let me off, guys. Take me off.
Thank you, brother.
Take me off.
Peace. Oh, man. Jesus. God in heaven. We're getting it on us today, man. So what kind of future segments do you have planned there, Chronic?
I have like 8 I need to produce. We need to, I sent you the link for the stream tomorrow. We should start stroking that one up. If you guys want to look at the war table tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be getting a nice selection of warband content creators on, along with Hammerhand. Ribby will be there. We'll run through the rest of the warband, and I have other special guests that may or may not show up.
Well, sometimes it's always a risk, man, given what we do. We got a couple more waiting in line here. We won't open the doors for anyone else. You want to stick around for a couple?
Yeah, man.
All right, cool. SARS Jane, welcome to the house. What's up?
Yo, what's up, Hammer?
Zero, homeboy. What's going on?
Not much. I don't know if you saw my comment in the chat. I don't want to spam you about this, but just an interesting thing I thought I would bring up.
Sure.
Are you aware of the connection between late 19th century and early 20th century occultism and the rise of feminism?
I'm aware of the people that are putting that kind of stuff out. Not all of them, but yeah, I mean it's on the radar. Why? What's up?
Yeah, if anyone do some research into, I mean, I know it just sounds like kind of a bit of a cartoonish sort of thing, but Crowley practiced sex magic, and he was all for like the liberation of women and all that stuff. And it's a deep rabbit hole you can go down. And you kind of start to see, so you mentioned the 60s, right? And I mean, I'm a drummer. I love music, but I'm willing to admit that the effects that 60s counterculture and rock and roll and all that stuff and mass media had on society probably wasn't the best. You know what I mean? And when you look at the deep fascination a lot of those early artists had with the writings of Crowley and Thelema and the whole do what thou wilt doctrine. I'm not saying that it's necessarily witchcraft. I'm not trying to come across like some, Bible Belt preacher here, but it's more so the sentiment of it, I think has deep ties to that. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I love rock and roll music and all that. Played music all my life, but I mean, look at what the fuck's happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, in the respect of just about every phase of life, it's downgraded significantly. So yes, sir. Comments, questions, concerns?
Yeah, I just wanted to bring up one other thing too. What are your thoughts on? Because I know there's some people who are like full on Ghost Nation. They just kind of like to fly under the radar. Your thoughts on working security? Because I think that's like, to be honest with you, I don't know if you've ever looked into this, but like there's positions where if you're decently well built, you can get a job in a corporate office, basically just watching some cameras, and you're making $25 an hour. And if you're a single guy, I mean, that's not bad. You know what I mean?
I don't think that it's a bad deal as far as money's concerned, but they typically, with most of these corporate security positions. Now, well, let me not say most. The ones that I've been exposed to, they're going to want you to actually be beneficial security. And it's not just sitting down watching. If shit goes down, they're going to want you to put your life on the line for that $25. You could go
Oh,
to
that's-
welding school and make $25.
Oh,
You
that's
can-
that's all right. As soon as shit goes down, you quit on the spot and you're gone. Fuck these corporations.
I suppose that's true too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Well,
like
I
I said,
just
you
say
could
that.
go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off. I've actually I've worked those jobs before. I'm currently doing landscaping, but I've supplemented it during the winter months because I'm up here in the Northeast. A lot of times those jobs actually have a clause in there where they're not going to back you up in court if you put hands on anyone.
Right, exactly. So
And
what kind of security are you? You know?
True, but I mean, it all goes back to the fact of like, do you really need to be a commodity and serve the system and be a useful asset when most people just view you as fucking disposable anyways?
Well, you're
If they
only a
wanna view you as
commodity. You're only a commodity in every single job unless you're self-employed.
True.
That's every job. You're a commodity, and every place that you fill out a W-2, you're a commodity.
That's true. I'm speaking more so from the standpoint of like actually putting your life on the line. I mean, if they're willing to pay, then I don't really care what the optics of it are. You know what I mean? I'm saying more so from that standpoint. And I think obviously Chronic has a point there. You can just quit. Basically just quit once that happens, and there's a million other security companies looking to hire. You know what I mean? The likelihood of that actually happening, because I've done it before, is pretty slim to none, because a lot of those places, they're you can't even get in unless you're issued like an actual badge, you know, and there's usually like 20. It's a big corporate building in like a downtown area. You got 20 guys working.
Hey,
So
Chronic, how many guys do you recall over the last 10 months, security guards in particular, that have been taken to court or fired for the most bullshit reasons you can imagine? I recall 5, at least 5.
There's probably 5 every day you never hear about.
Yeah, that you don't know about. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I would be doing that, man. That to me is putting myself out there a little bit too much. It makes you a little bit too disposable. I mean, if the money's good,
unless you're able to wear all Rambo everything, and if anybody does something that goes against you, you accuse them of being a homophobe and take them to corporate.
Well, see, my issue is I do landscaping during the spring and summer months, but I'm all the way up here in New England, which hopefully I can move out of this liberal ass fucking godforsaken state someday. But until I move down to Florida and get my house, you know, I need something to kind of supplement me during the winter months, and I'm a little bit too sore to just, you know, hop into something else. So it's kind of a nice little reprieve. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure do. So, comments, questions, concerns?
Oh, one other thing. Sorry to keep you. I make music, and I actually created a like sort of intro theme song for you. You don't have to use it, but I'm just wondering, you know, what your thoughts on it might be. I don't know if you have an email or somewhere that I could send it to.
Yeah, man. It'll be posted in the low bar after this goes public.
All right.
So I'll put that in the low bar, and you can dial me up then. Just put your screen name here on it. That way I'll remember to take a peek at it, because I'm loaded right now on that side. I'm about 60, 70 emails deep, so I got to get to those.
All right, man.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for popping in, man.
Yep. Take care, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
You should see how filled up Maxwell's email is. Tell me about 80 emails I sent one picture of my junk. Had to send it in parts, labeled, and, you know, like a jigsaw puzzle for him.
Oh, I don't even know why why do you do that shit?
I gotta give him shit, you know what I mean?
Right on. All right, man. Well, let's talk to you about one thing here. I saw yesterday on your stream that one coach Blackpill had some things to say, and I was curious about that. I watched that little segment that came up, and I didn't see much of anything being said. It was like, I agree with them. Their points are valid, but fuck these guys.
It's the same kind of, you know, they say they're going their own way, but they talk about women. Why don't they just go ahead and it's the same. It's literally like, all I got to do is lower his voice about half an octave, and I would assume it's a bitch talking.
Yeah. I don't understand the objection to the person talking. You agree with them, admittedly, by your own mouth, you agree with them. You understand the points, but you despise the speaker. Why? What is the problem? What difference does it make? You know, I said this shit to a few women back in the day. You know, the ones that always want somebody to cry on. They want a shoulder to cry on. They want validation. And I said, you know, one of them asked me something like that in a validating way. And I said, it doesn't matter what I think. Well, no, of course it does. Tell me. I says, it doesn't matter because I don't look the way that you want me to look in order for you to accept what I'm going to say to you. And them fucking tears went away fast and she got mad. And he reminds me of the same thing. Yeah.
I actually treat people by their merits. I don't just treat them by whether or not they get my pussy wet.
Yeah, but it's not the looks, it's not the money, it's not all of this other shit. You know, with this laundry list of shit that these bitches rattle off, you don't see or hear love or companionship. You don't, the things that it's meant to be. It's about all the crap that you can do for them to make yourself disposable.
Hey, no hymen, no diamond. Almost virtually all women who are like that are non-virgins.
Yeah, man. I mean, I got to say no to that fucking shit. So hold on one second. We got a late edition. Welcome, Reese.
Yo, what's up, Hammer?
What's up, homie?
The Big Town Monk.
Say what's up to your undead warband leader.
Oh, Commander, I salute you, Commander.
Salute.
Salute.
You know what Hammerhand? Do you know what the 21-ton salute is?
No.
Oh, okay. So whenever two war band members want to salute each other, they press a button and remotely 21 tons of fat American woman lands on Manic's spine.
Son of a bitch. Poor Manic. Poor Manic. Yo, man, I got a comment right here. Daniel Frayne, can we be honest, men, for a second and admit we are salty a bit that we love these women so much? What a fucking dead dream. How do y'all feel about that?
I mean, I guess that's more MGTOW / Blackpill / kind of incel thing. I had a Blackpill argue with me, and he was basically saying, "It's like you'll never get as much pussy as a 6'8" Chad who's jacked and rich." And I'm like, "Is that the entire purpose of your life, to get a lot of pussy?" You sound like Myron Gaines. It's almost like these people have the same value set as Myron Gaines and Fresh and Fraud. They just don't have the money to compose it.
Hey, guess who got tapped to speak at the CME?
Did you get invited to CME?
No, my God, no. Are you kidding me?
I would lose my shit.
No. Are you kidding me? That's no. I would be half-ass tempted to go and do it just to burn the house down.
I'll be watching the live stream and Hammerhand runs on. Hallelujah, MGTOW! Just blows up and red pills fly everywhere. Like,
no, man, they fucking got Myron Gaines as a key speaker.
Good.
Oh my!
You know what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Really?
It's
God almighty.
It's Donovan Fraud. So.
Oh man. So yeah, what are y'all thinking about the black pill approach? Why black pillars, these nihilistic fellows in particular, have such a problem with fellas that expose the fucking game? Why? What's the problem?
Well, they need to. It's like a big shit test, purity test, right? So like, Hammerhand, you probably got dudes on your videos saying that you're actually a simp in disguise because you spoke to a woman once.
I've run across that. Yeah,
they need to be more MGTOW than you. It's how they value themselves. It's like this internet bullshitting community. But those black pillars are like, they need to be right no matter what about everything. Well, are you saying your life is worthless because you get no pussy? Most of them just don't want to put in the work. It's just they just don't want to put in the work.
Now, look, how much work do you have to put in when the pussy is almost fucking free?
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, I'm saying if you're like a skinny, fat, 5'2" black pill dude with no jaw, you're gonna have to put in a lot of fucking work to get some pussy.
Look, I agree. 2 or 3 40-hour work weeks, minimum. But when you short that roll, she's gonna suck your credit card off.
I guess they don't really count hookers, right? They want like relationships. Well, it's weird because like they'll change what they want regardless. So like, I'm black pill because I can't get a girlfriend. And then when you confront them on doing the work, they go, well, you'll never get as much pussy as Chad. I'm like, Chad's not out here dating girls. He's smashing and dashing. So do you want a girlfriend or do you want a bunch of easy pussy? I don't, I don't get it.
I don't understand this shit, man. I mean, maybe I'm just because I'm a 25-year-old incel, with kids, and it's whatever, right?
You
Whatever.
lost your shit. Oh, Rishi, do you know the origin of that meme?
Oh man,
This guy called in. This guy called in to debate me in Hammerhand, and he's like talking about politics and how we need to, redistribute society or bullshit. He's like, well, you guys don't even understand much. He's talking to Hammer. He's like, well, you're just a young guy. What are you, 25?
I remember that.
No.
Yeah, man, I'll take it. Sure.
Hammerhand's a 25-year-old incel, and Ribby is Rigby, the MGTOW dating coach. That's like the alter egos of those two. I need to find more alter egos. I guess I'm undead incel. That's a pretty good one.
Incel, huh? Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they say about everybody. It's become such a throw-all now. It's a cover-all. That's a very big brush to paint anybody in a particular way just because you don't have an argument for them.
Yeah.
So, Rishi, comments, questions, concerns?
Well,
what other arguments did that guy make in the video, Rishi? Because you sent that one my way.
Yeah, you use the typical you're going your own way, yet you're talking about women kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, we talk about world politics too. We talk about usury. We talk about money and finance. But you notice the motherfucker doesn't thumb through those videos.
Nope, he does not.
So
that's what made me so mad about it. Because like at the end of the day, like people like Hammer and others like you're just like here trying to like warn other men, that this fucking shit can happen, and showing like what these females are doing on like social media. And it then comes in this guy's like, oh, what are you doing? And he like assumes every like view on. He was talking about like these TikTok compilations that gets like hundreds of thousands of views, and he's assuming that every view is just like a MGTOW. And I'm like,
yeah, that's what he is assuming. And I also heard the part where he said, and there's no words, they're not saying nothing, which is bullshit. Because every one of those channels has commentary either before or after the video to emphasize a point essentially about fucking usury and female nature. So the guy's a clown.
I mean, some don't, but is he going to go on to Fuzzy Cat compilation videos and bitch about it? No.
I haven't run across any of those that don't. If they just play straight material like that and they don't have any comments about it, I don't watch them.
Oh, I watch them because that's how I rip off my shorts. I take other people's comments. So that way I don't have to go to the cesspit that's TikTok and find them myself.
Right on, man. Well, Rishi, if we are good to go, sir, I'm going to get somebody else in here.
All right. Peace out, boys.
Peace out, man. Appreciate you, brother. Shrooms.
Hey, I have a combat scene in my head for the comic with Rishi. You want to hear what goes down?
Oh, do it.
Yeah, so like Rishi's like on a Chronic's shoulder, and there's a simp trying to stab Chronic in the back, and so Rishi like inhales and goes because he's a mushroom, so he's gonna sound spores. And the simp inhales a bunch of Rishi spores, and a microscope image comes up, and it shows a bunch of mini baby Rishis like fucking up his lungs, like lighting joints, like eating Doritos, fucking it all up. It starts choking out blood, and then dies.
Great. Then he becomes Agent Smith, right?
Well, the dead agent body starts growing more mini Rishis, and they run off and start fighting.
That's awful, man.
Mushroom
like to
biology.
welcome to the stream, man. Psycho Soap. What's up, Soap? Uh-oh.
Soap.
Yeah, fucking mute button. What's happening, fellas? Psycho Soap.
You had the mute on?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. There we go. What's happening with you fellas? Talking about this Blackpill shit, huh?
Yeah, what's up with the Blackpill, man? What's your thoughts on that shit?
Oh my gosh. So the other day, right? Yeah, I did a meditation on it a while back. But anywho, listening to motherfucking Stardust talk about it, he made it kind of sound like it was a generational thing, between Gen X's, millennials, and Zoomers. And I'm like, really? Not really. I mean, sometimes you're gonna see a motherfucker that's old as fuck, and it's poured in a new fucking bottle, just like I piss in the bottle when I watch his show. You know what I'm saying? Because god damn, I can't go to the bathroom, man. I was waiting like a motherfucker to get on this goddamn mic. Shit, man. Nah, we good. Fuck this manosphere shit, bro. It's 1 million motherfuckers clamoring around for attention. You know, my manosphere is right here. Right here. Every last one of you motherfuckers. All right? And I'm
Yes,
okay
sir.
with that.
Yes, sir.
You know? See, this shit got turned into a hoe. Now, if you're trying to save the manosphere, what does that make you?
A pimp.
No,
Would you
a
say
whole
that,
saver.
would you say that like people who bitch and moan and lose their shit? Okay, let me just got an action. I get really angry when I don't get enough likes on social media. What do you think what do you think that describes women or men or who?
That definitely describes a man. That's attention. That's attention.
A man?
That definitely describes a woman, right
It's
there.
both of them.
A woman. I would say it's more associated with women, right? You
It's
think,
a female
I'm not getting
trait.
enough likes on
Yeah.
my Instagram. Okay. There are all the big hitters of the manosphere refuse to start their streams until they get donations and likes, mostly likes.
Mm-hmm.
That is such bitch shit. I can't even. Just simply that action made me cut ties with a certain coach.
Yeah, my man. I mean, I respected that space and all its factions at first, but fucking hell with it. See, the manosphere's gonna be here in its fucking little lingerie, strutting and a teasing you, you know, throwing a little grift on you and shit. But again, I go back to this. My manosphere is this right here. Y'all motherfuckers, you undead, you hammerhand, and all y'all in the motherfucking chat. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's what this shit is about. Fuck them other niggas. I'ma ride with my niggas. Woo!
Man, I appreciate the shit out of you, Soap. I always have. I'm sorry that you ended up losing that channel of yours, bro.
What'd you say this time, Soap?
I brought it on myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
I made too many videos making fun of white women. I lost a couple channels.
That'll fucking do it, won't it?
Yeah. Oh, real quick. Yeah, Susie, you stink and you smell like Polish pickles, bitch. Sorry, Hammer. No, I don't
Ain't
want
nothing to be sorry about. That's all good, bro. It's good.
Shit, I wanna
So,
get your channel
comments,
good,
questions,
yeah.
concerns, Soap?
Yeah, just a few. You know what I'm saying? I mean, coming up here, y'all ain't too good to kick it with Soap on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Motherfuckers, I got some of that shit that make you go. Yeah. I'm going to be in the bucket. And then shit at 8 later on, like 2 hours after the show, there'll be the things that make you go damn. And then I got this one new show where I just laugh at another bitch's misfortune. Kind of like BAM University, but a little different. It's called That's What the Fuck You Get, bitch.
I'm gonna have to watch that. That sounds entertaining, man.
Yeah, it's on the alt text, my man. All right, shit, let me slip on out of here. But before I do, I must bring the ruckus to all you motherfuckers.
No, don't bring it. No, the
Love
chat's
you all.
fragile, man. No.
One.
Oh man, I love so. All right, man, let's get him in here again. Chronic Blast. What's up, Chronic?
Oh, this will be a good conversation. Put a timestamp on this video, by the way.
Yeah, right
The
on.
Blackpill-
Undead Chronic and Chronic Blast.
I know I tried to get on this last stream, but I was dead last and my mic apparently wasn't working. But hey, it's cool. I ain't mad at you, bro. Like, you did a lot for this community. So same for Hammerhead. And man, like, you guys helped me change my mentality a lot. But anyways, the black pill is pretty much a red pill that is so dark that it'll make people that are like, it'll make the fake red pillars that are weak literally commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to stand up on your own 2 feet and literally just dominate the world and your own self, or you're going to self-destruct. It's really that fucking simple.
Well, I just thought it was easy just to go around there and take care of yourself, man. You know, take care of yourself.
Yeah. Why do you need all these extra needless responsibilities? You know what I'm saying? I don't need like a woman to me. Like Undead Chronic said, 20 years of just extra labor for me, especially in a time where we're already in stagflation. I was in downtown LA today, and the most expensive gas station on the north end was $6.75 a gallon.
That's fucking crazy.
And
That's
it was like
crazy.
$6 like a week ago. Yeah, so yeah, things are accelerating in this time, just the past week alone.
Man,
I love it.
That's awful, bro. Fucking $7 for a gallon of gas.
I actually paid $5 for the very first time today, because I mean it's usually like $4.60. It's the cheapest you can get around here typically, because it's too much of an effort to save a couple bucks just going several freaking miles, you know.
I just drive to the local mall with an Apple store and look for a Biden hair sticker and then just siphon it. Well, you guys are about.
Like Mr. 8 Vicious said, all those freaking Californians coming to New Mexico, all these anarchists are just smashing them left and freaking right. That's half of his business.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. You know, nobody wants to see that California tag show up, man. They'll throw a brick through your fucking window.
I'll do the same freaking thing just because. I mean, I have like my license plate's way up north, so there's no way these people can really tell.
So, comments, questions, concerns, brother?
Let's see. Well, I mean, the one concern I have is for people that are thinking, let's just escape off the grid. Well, for one, you don't even have yourself financially free to even do that in the first place, because it has to be a luxury. Otherwise, you're going to be a slave off the grid, because you're going from one system to no system. How are you going to survive that way?
It's going to be hard, man.
I follow said Biden Harris cars back to their home. When they go out to vacation, I go to the kitchens. You make a point. It takes a very special person to adopt the Raider lifestyle. I understand.
Like the World Economic Forum, WEF, turn it backwards. Few. Only the few are going to be able to be free. It's always been that way. And there's always a way around it. People need to get out of that mindset. Oh, we're fucked. You're going to manifest that into your life, motherfuckers. You better snap out of it and be a real freaking alpha.
Also, alpha, the last time I went to a wolf exhibit, I jumped over the top and made my way with the female alpha in front of the male alpha. That's how alpha I am.
That's fucking crazy and disgusting.
I actually saw a guy at the gym the other day. He had a cut off t-shirt and it literally just said alpha, and I almost broke my back cringing doing the squats.
If you're so alpha, why do you need a fucking t-shirt to tell you that shit?
But it's
that's
bad.
Pretty bad, man. That's pretty bad. So, all right, Chronic, man. Go.
Yeah, just no more fake alphas in this world, man. Like, I'm a Sigma. That's just the way I roll on these, like, especially in these times. But yeah, it was good talking to you guys for a brief period. You guys take care, and we'll talk again soon.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling.
All right, peace.
Peace, man. Oh, Chronic. You have namesakes everywhere, man. Undead Chronic Sun, Chronic Blast.
I think he made that not related to my channel. I don't know.
Which one? Undead Chronic Sun?
Blast. Chronic Blast.
Oh, Chronic Blast. No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
I also think like his is weird because like this might, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on your stream, but I think I know his origin story.
Say anything you want, bro.
I mean, okay, his origin story. Back in 2020, I did a full No Nut November. The next day, we did a little release, and then the same day I saw Chronic Blast show up. I'm like, was that my blast?
Oh shit!
And
damn!
I know.
Damn.
It turned into a damn YouTube channel.
It took form. That's terrible.
Like the blob.
Oh God! All right, man. Let's get to Gray in here. What's up, Gray?
Evening, Hammer, Chronic,
sir.
Oh, yeah. No, actually, interesting thing you mentioned about the Blackpill guys and their need to be right. It actually reminded me. Did you ever see the 2011 movie Melancholia? Aware of it?
No, I've never seen it.
It's it's an apocalypse movie that's where a gas giant's about to swallow Earth.
I was gonna say it sounds like a black and white art film that I try to finger a goth bitch while watching.
Aside from it being in color, you're not that far off.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, but a big part of that is it's a huge allegory for depression. But one of the things that it gets into is that the main character who's experiencing literal depression has this absolute certainty about them. And I saw an analysis that's kind of a byproduct of depression, is this absolute certainty that you are correct, typically about things being absolutely horrible. So
I'm not exactly sure where you're pointing that one.
At the Black Pillars specifically. Like they've got this purity test where they feel that they're right and they need to prove that they are right.
Oh, I've got
And they
you.
have a deeply emotional reaction to anyone who can argue with them, especially argue points that they can't counter.
Well, I'll put it out there that I feel that things like that happen because if they can't be right, then it means that they have to look at themselves. And it's the same with everything. It's the same shit with every group of purists that you go to, where shit's got to be this way. It's got to be X, Y, and Z. And I can't hear anything else if it's not. If they can't prove you wrong, even by just trying to drown you out and talk you over and make you quit, they have to look at themselves. If they give in to the point, if they concede the point at all, then it means that they have to look at them. And that's a lot harder to do than it is to drown somebody out.
It's kind of like all the feminists that call into my channel. They can't concede anything.
They never do.
Smallest of points. Hasn't happened once.
Yeah, they never do. Even when you've got them dead to rights. I mean, when they're blown out of the fucking water and everybody knows it and everybody sees it, and they just say, no, it's not it. No. They won't.
Society. It's how you're raised.
Yep.
But that's the interesting part, because like with both the feminists and the black pillars, like they're miserable. We know they're miserable. I've never met a happy feminist.
No.
But that's the thing, because they'd much rather have the problem be the outside world. In fact, they need the problem to be the outside world.
Well, isn't that what you get when you have generations of people being raised on the idea that every fucking thought in their head is valid? You know, that they can do no wrong. And then when they get out here and 90% of everything that they've been taught is not correct, it's not going down the way that they were told it was going to go down.
Wait, women don't like nice guys? That was what my crush told me.
You know, you straight fucking sabotaged. I mean, from the get-go, just sabotage. So, yeah.
Well, that's where it gets curious, because like eventually, like, I would think that for some, maybe it's not for everyone, but you have to, first of all, hurt them. Like, they're in a miserable life, but like
you can do that by disagreeing with them.
That's the thing. But then it's kind of, you need to hurt them, and then you need to establish the cure. Like, look, the problem is not society. The problem is you. There's something about you that you fundamentally hate. And if you change that part of yourself, then you'll stop being so fucking miserable.
Even if society is actually sick.
Oh, yeah. No, society can actually be sick, but society being sick is not the reason that you're miserable.
Agreed. I will agree with you on that. Yes. There's a lot of folks out there that don't understand what just happened. But I mean, there's a whole bunch of people out there that are like, what does that mean? Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. I mean, it's going to be up to you to try to fit into the environment that you're in, no matter what the environment is, in the most comfortable way that you can possibly do it. And a lot of people don't have a lot of options. It doesn't matter where you're at.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that there's tons of people that are fucked, and through absolutely no fault of their own. And there's going to be periods where, yeah, you're going to get pissed off. You're going to get upset. Shit, you might slip into various bits of depression after the rage wears off. That's natural. But
agreed.
You can't change the world. And screaming at it and blaming it for stuff is not going to be productive to your life. At the end of the day, like, even if it's just, I thought things were wrong. Like I thought that the world was a certain way, and I was wrong. Like, you can be disappointed that it's wrong, but at the end of you need to change your own mindset and be like, okay, I need to destroy that part of myself that was maladapted to the world, so there's room for something more beneficial to me to grow.
Well, why destroy it? I mean, just incorporate the new information into your old self. You know, it doesn't mean that it has to be destroyed. I think people that forget who and what they are and where they come from, they're kind of doomed to repeat that somewhere down the line. I've always kind of kept parts of me that I recognize. You know, if there's an emotional deficiency or a spiritual deficiency, I always kept in touch with that. Now, I put the corrective information in, and I live my life by the way of the corrected information, but I don't destroy it. I don't act like it was never there.
Oh, well, no, that's perhaps.
See what I'm saying?
Wrong. I agree. I think I just used the wrong terminology there. Like, I think destroy might not be the right thing, because that does eliminate the past lesson. It's more so bury it, put it to rest. Like,
sure, it has to have a proper place.
Like, that's the thing. Is like, say, like, if you were to personify like a blue pill self as a simp, yeah, you don't disintegrate it and deny that you were ever a simp.
No.
Instead, you, like, you know, kill it, bury it, give it a proper funeral.
You just
And
make the decision not to continue down that road when you identify that you have a problem with that. You know, you just don't keep moving in the same direction, beating your head on the same wall, and you don't go try a different wall for a different result. You've identified a problem, so you just make the necessary correction. You know, a lot of people go into what they call housekeeping. You know, it's like a computer boot, like a boot loop. And until they can figure out what to do and how to handle the issues in their life. And sometimes, it can take months. It can take years. But there's no time limit for it.
Yeah, I think kind of like on the neural pathways where, like, when you do something a lot, your brain physically changes so that it becomes much easier for you to follow that same path.
I agree. The path of least resistance for human beings is a path that they travel well. The folks out here, man, they really need to push themselves out of that comfort zone. But some of these people, they interpret that as pushing themselves over a fucking cliff. And there's no need to do that. You don't have to go from one extreme to the other. You know, gradients are good too.
To an extent, but that's where the pain comes in. Because my understanding, and I'm not a neurologist, though it would be fascinating to study this in depth, is that the chemicals that are released when you experience pain, those disrupt and free up your brain's neural pathways.
Did you hear that bitch complaining about a blunt?
Pain, so much pain.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. That's a long discussion. That's a long discussion. Maybe that's something to think about in the future. I think that would be a good topic to cover.
All right, well, sounds good. So I guess those are my thoughts. You want to boot me and bring someone else in? That's awesome.
Hey, never booting you, man. Just thanking you for showing up. We appreciate it.
Oh, well, thanks again for hosting, as always.
No problems, man. Thanks for coming on, Gray. I enjoyed that conversation.
Thanks, Hammer. Peace.
Peace, bro. Oh, man. All right, we got a couple more. We're going to hit score.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I just wanted to first of all say I'm a big fan of both of you, Chronic, and just keep doing the work, brothers. Like you're doing a great job helping men out there. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you very much, bro. Thanks for calling in, man. You waited a long time. You got any more to say?
Yes, I do. But I just wanted to give everyone else to talk. I'm a Canadian, by the way, so I don't know how it is. Like there's a lot of similarities. Sorry?
Your mic is cutting out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it a little bit choppy? Can you hear me now?
Choppy.
Really choppy.
Really?
Okay.
Maybe I'll exit.
Open up. You take it in, right?
Yeah, I'll try to exit and come back in, Hammer. If
that's fine. I'll grab another call in the meantime. You can come on back.
Okay. Guys, cheers.
All right, we're going to go ahead and go with the last one on the board right now. MGTOW out of time.
Hello, gentlemen.
What's up, sir? Thank you for waiting that long, man. I appreciate you.
Oh, no problem. I'm just glad to be able to say thank you for everything you guys have done. Yous are the mainly my best time that I have, like when I have nothing to do. You're the only good pastime I have.
Damn, man. Damn. I don't know what to say about that.
But to me, I think the best thing would be is to have a course of videos at the college.
And I can charge $1,000 per episode.
For every young man that are at schools, they really need all this info.
Yeah, but you just mentioned the keyword there, schools.
Yeah, I know.
Who do you think is going to let us do something like that?
Online.
That's why we do it here.
Yeah, I just wish somebody would give the links to all the gentlemen, the young guys that need it.
Well, bro, because, we don't typically go out and recruit, man.
Yes, I know.
We wait for them, and
there's so
they
many
find us.
that need it. Like even me, like I was red pill like so late in life, and I just wish I was like when I was younger. That's the sad part.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think
need to
I think
recruit.
most of us go ahead, Chronic.
I need to recruit. I need to get like a warband sticker with a QR code that takes you to the website. And I'll slap it on the inside of all the popular bar restrooms, and drunk dudes will go and be like, "Oh," when they go into the bar absolutely hammered, and then walk out stone cold sober, walk up to a bitch, and just be like, "We're done," and then leave.
Yeah.
Taking a giant fucking
It's like
piss.
it's like
tapping
those
a haze.
bathrooms, like where you have all the writing, and you have like Undead Chronic, like all his
With the
his
QR,
info.
you got the zombie sticker with the QR code, man.
Yep.
That would be
Just,
amazing. You know it would go
Scan
off,
it with
right?
your phone.
Yeah, scan it with your phone. That'd be fantastic.
All the bar restrooms, like porta potties, like slap it on the back of some feminist's computer while she's not looking at the coffee shop, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Out of Time, comments, questions, concerns?
I've had so much to say, but it's like I don't want to. I want to do this here, but just a little comment on one of your guests who was talking about gas. Right now, where I am, because of this little thing happening overseas, in the last 2 days, our gas is now, I would say it's $7.20 US gallon.
Wow, my God.
Yeah.
What the
because
fuck?
I'm up north, and our gallon is a little bit bigger than yours.
Are you in Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little bit of that AA.
Well, I'm actually French, so I will have like an accent.
Like are you French Quebecer?
No, Ontario.
Oh, Ontario. Okay.
Yeah, big difference.
Yep. Yeah, definitely for sure. Well, God, that's insane. But considering the government here colluded with your government to shut down major pipelines and import Russian natural gas and oil, I don't know what to say about that.
Oh, it's like I don't know. I think we're heading into very hard times because
Mad Max,
governments
baby.
are so
Beyond Thunderdome. It's on the way.
Yeah. It's like one of my sons. I tell him like the best thing like right now, like some of the young generation like can do right now is to learn trades and learn how to survive by themselves.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. So comments, questions, concerns, sir?
That's it. I'll let you guys go on. Thank you very much for having me.
Man. Thanks for hanging out that long. I appreciate the hell out of that. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, peace, bro. Oh, Chronic. There's a comment up there.
No.
Maybe you might want to take a look at that.
What is it?
It says, don't forget, ghosting is illegal now. Have you heard about that shit that's kind of sweeping through these smaller communities here in the U.S. and in Canada for sure, and in England?
Look, this is why I wear a fake mustache over my beard when I'm smashing. They don't know who I am. Oui, it's Flash Chronic.
Oh, Jesus, man. Bro, I mean, if you can't read the signs and you can't see where you're being pushed with shit like that, there's no hope for you. There's no hope for you.
I mean, look, people who think that, oh my goodness, it's so funny. I'm trying to hit. I have a segment. I did it already. As the haterade segment, but I made a point, and it kind of reminds me of the different types of simps that will come out if you say the wrong thing about their sacred cow.
Oh yeah.
So all these simp boys are getting super butthurt that I posted a picture of Zelensky dancing like a gay hooker.
Right on.
And
yeah, or if you say something about Lauren Southern,
you're falling for Russian propaganda. Why are you falling for Russian propaganda? Look, I'm not pro-Russian. I'm not anti-Ukrainian. I'm anti-West. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of coming down to it, ain't it?
Anything that fights the West I'm a fan of. Anything.
You hang out for a little bit, or you got to go and cut some segments?
I can hang out for a bit more. I'm just, I'm
cool.
I'm trolling right now on other tabs.
Making sure. Making sure.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I got to bounce.
All right, bro. Holler. And we got Scorp back. What's up, Scorp?
Hey guys, is my voice clearer now?
Yeah, much better, much better. What's going on, brother?
How you guys doing? Sorry about that earlier.
That's okay, man. Shit
You
happens.
sound like a Burger King drive-through, said one of the commenters. Can I get a vanilla shake? 2 salads coming up, you bastard!
And a side of puniti.
No puniti. No, must abstain. No.
For chronic.
Well, yes, that's true. Okay. You can have my share.
18-year-old out of high school Burger King worker puniti chewing gum. Ooh, what's this zinc sauce on my burger? Says Yogi OFs.
Yeah, yo, you saw where
I ordered that. Give me it.
You saw where he got roasted by that fucking 400K channel, right?
When was that? I just went to it and I
That
went
was just a couple of days ago when that came out.
Is Yogi still making content?
He's making content on like 3 dead channels, and he's deleted all of the content on those channels.
It's just that was one of the most legendary actually, you know what? No,
Guess what he's gone to now? He's gone to. He's portraying himself as like a fucking ultra conservative Christian.
Whatever.
I'm not kidding. That's what he's doing.
Maybe he had to do that because I crucified him on the internet.
Now he crucified himself, and you just kind of swept the ashes under the fucking rug.
I was gonna say it was the worst ever, but I think I'd rather be caught talking to a 17-year-old about her sexual fantasies than have videos of me jumping on a dildo go online. It's close. It's close, but
it's pretty fucking close. Pretty close.
So
Scorp, what's up, Scorp? What you need?
So, first of all, Hammer, do you know that I was unsubscribed from your channel and and they blocked my account because of a comment I made?
After, God, say it ain't so. Somebody unsubscribed from the toxic cancer man, Hammer? No.
That's right. It's very common, isn't it? It seems.
Yes, it is. I would say easily in the last year, I've had 10,000 people make the comment that they've been unsubbed from the channel. That's not an exaggeration.
But was their own account canceled too? Because
several times, maybe 50, maybe 100. Yeah,
I just couldn't believe it. I was like, when I appealed to them and told them what exactly did I say, I said that. I told them, you guys know where we're talking, right? And then they just unblocked me again.
Yeah.
So we're in the manosphere right here. So what are you guys Everyone's saying their opinion. We're free to say whatever we want. These are where these channels exist. And then suddenly, I got an email saying your account's active again. So I guess there was a hater out there who didn't like what I said. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not surprising that folks will track down people that comment or like somebody's channel that they despise, and they'll try to get them fucked up too. It happens all the time.
Right. Well, I have something to say.
I have my channel rated by Nazis on one stream.
Nice.
That was fun. Successful endeavors got carpal tunnel from banning them all.
Oh shit!
I want to say something to you guys. I want to take your opinion on this because I've had a really rough last couple of years.
Oh, look, man, it's an easy choice. Tomboys above all others. Is that what you're asking?
Oh shit!
Tomboys are above, men above all others. I agree on that. But
that's a tomboy. That's not a man.
Tomboy, as in how exactly? Define.
Do you know what tomboy is?
Oh, you're talking about tomboy as in female tomboys?
Yeah, rough girls. Yeah.
Okay.
You are uncultured. You are uncultured. I'm just kidding. Just get to your original question. I was trying to make a joke, but you were.
No. I got it now. I'm sorry. I misunderstood it initially. No, what I was saying is that I just turned 47 last year, right? I'm about to be 48 this year, and I had my background is originally Middle Eastern. I'm Canadian, by the way, but my origins are Middle Eastern. So there was a huge kind of cultural clash when I came over here, and that was over 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. So and I'm talking about in terms of relationships. And I was married when I came, and I ended up divorced within a year of being here.
Oh,
was it
I was married for 13 years, by the way. So,
and where was your former wife from?
She was Egyptian.
And you brought her over.
So as soon as she had a taste of freedom, she betrayed you.
That's exactly what happened. And because she started acting weird, and she started comparing me to other people here, and then she used the whole divorce card over here, because over there the divorce is. Our marriage is basically like a prenuptial agreement as it is, but they don't accept that over here. They said once you've been here, so she waited until a year passed. She must have been talking to people, right?
Let me ask you a question, man. What whose idea was it to come to Canada? Was it yours or hers?
Her idea.
She was planning it while you were in Egypt.
Well, I wasn't in Egypt. We were in we were living in Dubai at the time.
Yeah, she was planning it when you were living there. I just assumed Egypt because you said both Egypt. So
yes, but that's our origins, right? I never lived actually in Egypt, but like I grew up in the UK and the Emirates itself. So yeah, when I brought her back from Egypt though, and she loved the life over there. It's a very nice life over there, and
she loved her options over there.
Exactly.
When she got to a place that had infinite options, you became invisible.
That's right. So like that really hurt me because I've never been put in a situation like that, and I'm not the kind of person to I've had girlfriends before, but like I only had like let's say 3 girlfriends before deciding to get married. It's not like I was like sleeping around a lot or anything like. It's not my style, right? So the thing is that she came like you said, Hammerhand. She basically plotted the way to come over here. Once I was here, within a year, I was out the door. She took about 90% of my savings. Thank God I didn't have any kids with her, or I would have been like strung up.
It's about the only saving grace that you had, and luckily she didn't decide in Canada to wait 5 years or 6 years, or they would have been ankle deep in your ass as far as money was concerned.
Absolutely.
So she was greedy and impatient.
And I was planning to have kids with her once we came here, but when I started seeing her reactions, like the way she behaved and all that, I kind of pulled that off. I just stopped. So.
Yep.
So
Jim, I'd like to ask you to pause for just 1 second, and we'll get right back with you. Gentlemen, this is exactly what we are talking about. Firsthand, you heard it here. You heard it here. And you've heard this story 1,000 times on every single channel that you listen to like this. This woman was planning her exit. She had an exit strategy, and she used a good man to get her where she needed to be so she could execute the strategy and execute him, metaphorically. Right. So, yes, sir. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So like that was a very, very expensive and painful lesson to learn. And that's when I started learning about the whole like MGTOW and red pill thing, because I started looking into it, and then I noticed on this side of the pond, in Canada here as Canadians, like it's a little different because here people are way more promiscuous than where I'm used to being from.
Yes.
So I don't know, is that what makes it easier for them to like hop from person to person? I didn't understand that.
No, that is institutionalized. I mean, with the advent of feminism, well, modern feminism, I should say, with the disempowering, the disenfranchising of men, with the enabling of the welfare state, with the ability to kill children at will. That's what this country is, and that's what most places in the West, westernized countries. Dubai is becoming a westernized country.
Very, very much. It is. It's like a mini Las Vegas if you go there.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, when girls are on Instagram over here bragging that they flew over to do shit videos, that there's problems in that country.
Yeah, no.
Jack Murphy does it for free.
There's a lot of racism also.
I'm sorry. Repeat that.
I said Jack Murphy does those videos for free, man.
I heard you, mouth. I mean,
I should check him out. I should check him out. But
no, you shouldn't ever.
Never.
Okay.
But like, I have a new arrangement that I'm just letting you guys know. Like, unfortunately, I lost my mom last year, so that's
sorry to hear that.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Thank you, Mike.
Yes,
thank you, my good brothers. Appreciate that. So, what for me to move on? I decided, okay, like I can't. Like, I know that the MGTOW means that you shouldn't be around women and all that, but like, I guess it's too ingrained in my culture that there has to be a woman around me somehow, but I don't want that woman to put me through the ringer again. Like, I've learned my lesson. So it's like, I don't know what, so.
If you're in a westernized culture and you intend to stay in a westernized culture, that's something that you're going to have to contend with. Plain and simple. And every westernized culture has what they call confirmed bachelors. You don't have to run around and call yourself a MGTOW. You could just say that you like the single life, and that's all you want to be is single.
And that is exactly what I was doing until like about a year ago, before my mom passed away. I run this huge meetup group here in Toronto, and we have over like 5,000 members. So I've been hit on by women like left and right. Like I've been working out. I'm in shape. I don't look my age at all. I look at least 10 years younger. Like I
It's
look like
not
I'm
because of
35.
you. It's not because of you. It's not because the way that you look or the love that you have to offer anybody. It's because of what you have and the potential to take care of them.
That's right. That is absolutely right. So, but there's this one, and so I've been hit on by a lot of women. I don't chase. Usually, they're the ones who chase me, but I always push them aside. But there's this one girl who's much younger than me. She's like 29, and she seemed to fall in line when we chat with a lot of the things that I see what a woman should be like. That her place is at home, and she should be subservient to the man, and all that kind of stuff. The way that I was raised, my parents were like that, and their parents were like so. Like she agrees with it, and she's a Canadian. She's like a purebred, 100% natural white, Scottish, British.
I was just about
background.
to ask you, is she white?
She
If
is.
she's white, you do yourself a favor and stay as far away from her as you can.
Well, the
I'm
thing
not
is,
joking when I say that. She's what we refer to as a chameleon.
well, the thing is that I did actually start dating her. And let
Oh,
me just
man.
tell you what. Yeah, let me just tell you what happened.
Oh,
So I
man.
did start dating her, and she's a very shy girl in nature. She doesn't like, and she doesn't want to have female friends around her. She says they're very corruptible and all that kind of stuff. So she has no male friends. She has no female friends. So that was a good sign in my opinion. Now the thing is that now that we've been dating, we've been dating for like a year. I consider her my girlfriend, but I've never allowed her, and I never will allow her to enter my residence ever again. I'm never gonna have a woman come to my place again. This is my kingdom.
Let me tell you something. That doesn't matter. There was a case here that was just put into Canadian law. It was less than a year ago, and I'm sure that you've probably heard of it, where a fellow was seeing this woman for 14 years. They maintained separate residences, separate bank accounts. They had no kids, no shared assets. And when there was no more relationship, he ended up having to pay her $5 million.
Yeah, I heard that story, but here's the part that's about that story, because I looked into it, because I was shocked when I read. I think you guys
So were we. We did.
Yeah. So what happened was this guy basically he was dating the mom. The mom was, of course, a single mom, of course. So he didn't have kids with her. They weren't sharing a place, but they went away on vacations overseas with the kids, and he offered to be like the provider for her children, and he offered to propose to her on multiple occasions, and she was kind of putting him down. So in court, they used that against him, as that you acted as the provider, right, to her kids and to her, and you wanted to marry. So now you're in that boat.
That's not a caveat. That's not a caveat, and it's not an exception. What it is it's Canadian cuckoldry that is institutionalized.
It is definitely cuckoldry, yeah, for sure.
That's exactly what that is.
I'm sorry, Chronic, you want to say something?
Chronic, you good?
Look, you don't know her.
Well, I mean,
I've known her
for over a year, but you're right.
No, you don't know her.
You could date her for years and you won't know her. You think you know her. It might actually be her. But men are biologically predisposed to simp and believe a woman who tells him that she loves him. So what happens when she decides she doesn't?
I don't believe it when she tells it to me. I like, it's not. I'm not falling for that again, for that thing. The thing is that.
But you're still putting yourself at risk for a woman that you don't think loves you.
I agree. That's why I'm asking you guys this, because like, she hasn't visited like my place. If we ever go anywhere, we basically rent a room somewhere, and that's
so.
it.
What's the advice? Are you asking Hammerhand, the MGTOW monk, to tell you?
I'm asking both of you, like, this lady who seems to be fine so far, but like, I can't I've lost my trust in the system and in women in general. So
why are you wasting your time? It sounds like you're wasting your time then.
With her?
If you can't trust women or the system, and like, what do you want her for? Just sex?
I just want some companionship. That's all that I was looking for. So,
get a dog. I get a dog or male friends. Like what companionship? What level of companionship is?
Well, I have a lot of
you?
male friends. I'm talking about.
Okay, so you're talking about sex. You want
So you want
Yes,
female
yes,
validation?
exactly,
Yes.
exactly. But like I only meet her once a month. That's it.
It's enough, bro.
Yeah,
it's
that's
enough.
More,
It's
more than
enough to
and
get you
actually-
fucking bagged and
like we
tagged.
have sex like rabbits. So that works for me. But the other thing too is that like she keeps buying me. Like she said, I don't want you to pay for anything for me. We're gonna anything we do, we'll split it 50-50. That's only fair to you.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
I'm not trying to dig too much into your
No
personal
problem. Go ahead,
life,
ask anything.
but and please don't reveal any numbers or anything like that. But
Sure.
would you consider yourself to be well off or educated?
I am a university graduate.
Okay.
Yep, I am. And
Is she?
Well, she is a college graduate. She is.
Would you consider your degree to be higher than hers?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, there you are.
Absolutely, because I work in the finance industry.
Yeah. Don't
She
give
works
nothing
in the-
away, man. I don't want you to dox yourself.
No, I'm not going
man,
to talk to myself.
if you are looking for companionship, but you just meet once a month and you describe yourself as having sex like rabbits, it sounds like you just need sex.
That's probably basically it. But I've kind of grown kind of fond of her. I'm not saying I love her, because that's not the case. But I've grown fond of her because she hasn't done anything wrong so far, and I haven't seen any red flags from the usual.
Is that your take on this, Chronic? Because that's not my take on it.
Well, okay. Well, let's see what Undead says about this. But the thing is that she pays for everything. Like when we're out, she's like, "I'm going to pay for dinner."
No, she doesn't pay for everything. She's making an initial investment with a return on investment.
But
Look,
she doesn't
man,
want to get married.
It's rare for a man to have consistent sex with the same woman for years and not grow feelings. You're finding your biology at that point.
Right. That's
so
the point
if
that I was
you're
trying to
okay having feelings with her, you will be boyfriend and girlfriend. That will happen.
So what do you think? What do you guys think I should do? Should I just like cut this thing? But there's nothing that went wrong. Like there's no start of anything that's been going wrong right now. So what do I do?
I think you should do what you want to do. It aligns with your values. It sounds like you want to avoid all risk. Well, then you know what Hammerhand's advice is going to be.
He's going to tell me just cut it off.
Yeah. Now, I'm not one to say you shouldn't have a girlfriend, right? But I'm not trying to be mean, but I hear a lot of cope, right? It's like a lot of, but she won't do this. She's different. This is different. Like, no, you don't know that. I'm not saying you can't have a girlfriend. I'm not saying it can't be a nice relationship. I'm just saying that I had a friend, I said this before, religious fiance, lost it to each other a month before the marriage. She flew to California, aborted their 3rd trimester kid, and dumped him. No signs of that ever.
Yeah.
Women can just flip. They just flip like that.
Yeah, I'm not
saying
she
will, but they
can. Again, that's the thing. I just do not want to get blindsided. But first of all, she's not interested in marriage. She doesn't want to have kids. Okay.
That's what she tells you. You got to think like that. Like she says this.
Right. And with the age gap difference that we have between us, so I'm wondering why is she attracted to me?
What's the age gap?
I'm 47. She's 29, 30.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you why. She is quickly approaching the wall, son. Does she have kids?
No. She only had, and I checked, by the way, I did a background check on her too, because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I can't dig as much information as I can.
Does she have kids?
No, she has no kids. She was never engaged or married before. She only had 3 boyfriends her entire life.
Does she express a desire to have kids or a family?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Never.
I'm kind of not buying that. I believe that you believe that she's told you that, but I don't believe
I'm just
it.
saying what she's telling me.
Yeah, I don't believe that from her.
Right.
So, and I don't want to vilify this woman. We just know what the Western thought is. We know what she is. We know what she is. Look, man, a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Right.
Okay. Maybe you got lucky. Maybe. But I can tell right now that what it's doing to you is it's dulling your senses. You're making excuses for why things are working instead of why you should keep your head on a swivel.
I would even say, like, if you felt the need to call into this kind of show, you would put your security above this relationship, this fleeting relationship.
Oh, absolutely. That's my number one priority. That's why I wanted.
Then you need to act accordingly.
Insight.
Yeah, act
Yeah,
accordingly.
man. Yeah. Protect
Yeah.
yourself, brother. I mean, if you
Okay.
decide that you're going to stay in that boat, protect yourself, because you know that the country that you're in right now does not care about your protection. They care about monetizing her at your expense.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, I've been through the ringer. Luckily, I got her out of it, like scathed financially, but unscathed, like by being dragged into child support court and all that kind of crap that goes on.
Well, let me
to a
tell
lot
you
of other
something. If
brothers.
your old lady ends up getting pregnant by another man and she decides to mislead you,
Right.
they will keep your family together. In the best interest, air quotes, of the family, you will still be on the hook for it.
Yeah, I
So
understand that.
be very, very careful.
Yeah, I will. But she's not. I mean, she could be lying, but she says that she hasn't slept with more than those 3 boyfriends.
Well, you can multiply that by 3.
Why does it matter?
It
You're not
doesn't.
marrying,
it
you're not
doesn't.
marrying her. You're just
It
using
doesn't
her
matter
for
to
sex.
me because
So,
I'm
like,
not seeking marriage. You see,
Yeah,
like
so, like,
if I
why do
was
you
about
care?
to get married, then it would matter. But I'm not
Okay,
seeking
so
marriage.
why bring it up? Like you're trying to argue that she's high value.
What I see is that she has some elements of high value in some aspects of her life. I'm not talking about she's
What's
not
high
like
value?
I
What's
know
high
your
value?
model.
What's high value about her?
What's her value about her? She's very obedient. She doesn't cause arguments with me.
You're with her once a month. You're with her once a month, man.
Yeah, but
I could be a priest once a month if I wanted to.
Oh, of course, yeah, but I've been going out with. I'm talking about once a month for sex.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, we'd go out and hang out but I would never bring her back.
I mean,
One more.
look up, dude. She's almost 30, right?
Yes, right.
Imagine your sex drive at 16. It's like a hammer. Testosterone's a hammer to the side of your head, right? You just wanted to smash anything. That's going to be her trying to have kids and lock a man down in the next couple of years.
Let me ask you something. One more question, brother.
Yes, sir.
Has she paid her student loans off?
Yes, she has no loans whatsoever. She doesn't have any. That's why I did a background check on her.
You
Not
saw the
only did
receipts.
Yes, and I did. And
Okay.
I saw her certificate. And I checked it with her college, and she's good. She's living with her parents, by the way. She's not like living alone. So she's of that old school mentality of like, if I'm not gonna be with someone out there, I'm gonna be home with. Her mom's a homemaker kind of person.
I mean, she's not old school. She's 30 with no kids and a non-virgin who's getting smashed by some Arab dude. That's like the opposite of old school. She's a new school Canadian slut.
Yeah. Look, I know that.
I'm not saying that you remove her from your life because she's a new school Western Canadian slut. You just need to keep that in mind.
But if you compare it to all the other sluts that we have today,
Well, that's like me saying, would you rather eat a dog shit or an elephant shit?
Right.
Like, like Hammerhead's like, dragging the elephant shit on a sled, and I got like a little dog shit with some salt and pepper on a plate. I'm like, which one?
Well, hey, Scorp, look, man, we're gonna have to wrap this one up, brother.
No, but okay, sorry. Just one last thing. I agree with Chronic's
Go ahead.
main. Thank you. I agree with Chronic's main motto, which he puts in the corner of his videos, the no diamond, no hymen thing, because it's true. I mean, but the thing is that how the fuck do you find someone like that in this day and age in this society? It's virtually impossible.
You don't. Not unless she's dealing with her father and you're dealing with the father.
It's difficult, but again, like you don't need. This isn't a problem you have to face.
Yeah, it's not a problem for me because I'm never going through that again. I can.
It's a young bucks.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, brothers, for your feedback and input on all this. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
that very much.
Just remember, man, you're the one that has to make the moves and make the calls in your life. You're armed with the truth and with knowledge. Just don't get fucking caught out.
Right. I'm gonna do that. I needed some kind of like booster, like info from you guys and some advice just on which direction I should be going in this case. So I appreciate that very much.
Thanks for calling in, bro. Appreciate you.
Keep doing your good work, guys.
Thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace. Cheers.
Man, that's going to be a clip segment right there, boy.
A lot of confused men out there.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm gonna walk that back. I do understand it, but
Hammerhand understands everything. Now we need Hammerhand art of him as a wizard with an orb.
the rationalization that goes on in somebody's head when they're trying to protect their own self-interest, even when it's harmful to them, is stunning.
I think his big thing is he doesn't have his values set out. He doesn't really know what he wants. He wants
Yeah.
he wants our approval for something that he knows. Like me and you have different suggestions or
I can't give them that. See, I can't give somebody that calls into this absolution and make their choices for them. That's not what this is about.
The spiritual hammer of Maytal strikes him right in the dick hole.
All right, man. Let's welcome to the stream Success Pool Endeavors. SCE, you there, brother?
Ska.
Uh-oh.
You there, Ska?
SCE, you there?
I'm not sure if it stands for Successful Endeavors. Maybe it means
no, he might have fallen asleep. Let's go to Clever Fish. What's up, Clever Fish?
Hey, gentlemen, can you
Sir.
hear me? Or are you guys repeating or no?
Are we what?
Are you guys
Are we what?
repeating because I have you guys playing over my audio or no?
I'm not repeating. No.
I'm not repeating. No.
Perfect. All right. So my first question for Hammerhand and Hammerhand,
Yes, sir.
Gentlemen, sir, when you talk about first of all, it's an honor to speak with you.
Oh, well, thank you very much, man. I'm not anyone to be honored. I'm just a guy.
Well, I really appreciate your content. And when you talk about MVEP, morals, values, ethicals, and principles.
Yes, sir.
I'm more of a textbook guy. Do you have a book? I doubt it, but do you have a playlist on your channel that involves morals, values, ethics, and principles that I can go to?
If you're just looking for examples of what those mean, and I'm not trying to be a wise ass here, just go and check out your Google dictionary and go to each one of those terms. And when you read those terms to yourself, if you don't have that, practice having it.
I'll give you some advice. MEVP, right?
Yes.
Right.
M stands for massive, E stands for enormous, V stands for voluminous, and P says you better hit that PayPal at paypal.me/hammerhandtm.
Such a wise ass, man.
Hey, you're not chilling. I got to chill. I'm a resident chill.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks. More ruthless chilling on my behalf. I appreciate it.
All right.
So, yeah, go ahead, man. What exactly did you want to know? I mean, do you feel like you are lacking in those departments?
I don't think so. That being said, I do understand that I am more of a textbook kind of person. And if you were to tell me, I'm kind of a Doctor Strange kind of guy in the sense that if you tell me, hey, go read X, Y, and Z, and then come back to me and talk to me, I'm going to go and read X, Y, and Z. And if it takes me, 12 to 36 hours to read that kind of material, I'm going to come back to you and say, yeah, I'm ready. I went and I read it, XYZ, and I got it. Now, but the thing about it is this. What do you guys think of this strategy? Let's say, given Hammerhand's material and given Undead Chronic's material, I say, I'm ready to have a family. I'm ready to have a legacy. I'm ready to have children. I don't want anything to do with Western women because I've dated a Mexican woman, and this is a true story. I've dated a Filipino woman, and this is a true story.
Mm-hmm.
And I know from the two of them that American women don't know how to treat men. And when you date women from countries who are from countries other than the United States, they treat you in a way that it's like you're a king. So my strategy is this: work on yourself, build yourself per Hammerhand, stack your dollars per Hammerhand and Undead Chronic, and assemble a list of countries that you can go to and visit. Put up a profile online and say, hey, look, I'm an American traveling the world. So anybody who sees that profile understands that they're going to be dating somebody on a temporary, quote unquote, temporary basis. But then you go from country to country, whether it's Estonia or Latvia or whoever it is. Russia was on the list, not on the list anymore. But you go around and date people from various countries. Could include, Philippines, could include Mexico. But my goal is as a man to find a woman preferably white, but doesn't have to be, who will give you several children, and she's 18 to 24. She's virginal, right? And then she gives you several children, and you have a big, giant, strong family, because that's what you wanted. And it happens that what you want coincides with what Undead Chronic promotes, giant family in the country of her origin. You don't bring her to the West. You don't bring her to a country where she can learn about feminism. Where
If
she
she's
can learn.
white, you're in the West. That's the problem.
Correct.
Like where are the white women who aren't Western? I don't see any.
I would
This is
submit,
true.
is there a white woman from non-Western countries? And I could be wrong on that. It could be possible that there are no white women from non-Western
You
countries.
can bring a bucket of paint to Nigeria.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you think
man,
about
if
that
she's
strategy
white.
there? So, stacking your dollars and putting up a profile online. I'm an American traveling the world, and you have like one paragraph of chick crack where, oh, I know palmistry. I can tell you about fucking whatever. And then you go from there, right? And so they understand it's going to be short term.
Wait, what's this have to do with morals, ethics, values, and principles? It seems like a plan.
It is a plan.
Okay, but you were asking about morals, ethics, values, and principles, right? What was your question about that?
The question would be to produce as many people.
What, bro? You've been drinking some gin tonight.
Well, it is tequila.
Oh, I
There
can
you go.
smell it over here. Oh shit!
I'm not gonna lie. It's tequila.
Boy, you smell like a frat party at 2 a.m.
So what's up, man? I mean, what are you trying to ask?
What is the best strategy to generate a large, strong family, in your opinion?
There is.
Why,
Chronic,
are you
go
asking
ahead.
why do you call it a Hammerhand show to ask him that?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Chronic, why don't you go ahead and take that one?
Well, I saw
You got-
Chronic on the stream, so I'm thinking like a Chronic and
you
Hammerhand
just-
on the show.
I mean, you have a lot of the
same time,
points.
so there you go.
You have a lot of the points, but if you just make an online dating profile saying you're a rich American,
You're
you're
a
gonna
target.
get fleeced.
Yeah, you're a target.
Fleeced.
I mean,
Well, that's not the strategy if I don't want to get fleeced. So I need a different strategy.
Yeah, so don't worry about the dating profile. If you're just using something like Line or whatever that country's Twitter is, I mean, the word will get around very, very quickly that you're down for some action. But if you expect different outcomes because they're not white, I think that's going to be a little bit out of the wheelhouse for a lot of these people.
are you religious?
Yes, however, the problem is when you go to
Sounds
a
like
lot
a
of
no.
religious strategies, when you go to a lot of churches, I experienced the same problem that
But you've been to Western churches.
correct.
Yeah, so
And
you need to have the capital to go to a non-Western country, a traditional country, and just walk up to the church, the pastor, the priest, the bishop. I have a generous donation to make to this church, $5,000 down. Do you know any women who are wanting to raise a Christian family? And this is after you go to the church for a couple months, who want to raise a strong Christian family? Another $5,000 down. You got to let the money do the talking. And that priest, that whoever else will have an incentive. Oh wow, there's this guy who has financial resource. That's just one way to do it. It's kind of bribing, but it's more just like you're showing your
not the
hand
only way.
what you want, right? Because you go to the church, like if you just think you're gonna fly in on a weekend and meet a woman who's gonna be what you want, you're gonna get lied to. You get fleeced. You gotta commit to living there already. So like you might just move there and then do that strategy, but it's still hard. It's still hard to find one that works. But how old are you?
36.
Yeah, you better start moving.
I mean, if that's what you want to accomplish, brother. But you know the environment that you live in now today. You know, Western feminism and the feminist aspect is exported to the rest of the world. So don't think that you're going to go somewhere black or brown and it's going to be much different. It's not. They come with their own set of challenges.
That tells me that I've been playing the game wrong because I go to these churches in the United States and they
They're
want me
corrupt.
to put me in the groups that what you guys are talking about, where it's like, oh, wait a minute, you're 36. we're going to put you in the groups that are 30 to 49.
Too old. You're too old to play the U.S. church game. You got to go somewhere more traditional.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
Cool. So balls to the wall. Tell me what I need to do. Balls to the wall, and I'll just do it. Like a person.
Okay, that's what you need to do. Convert all your currency to dollars. Buy a couple horses and a whole lot of lumber, and go to the nearest Amish settlement and join it with that much lumber. You will get what you want. But you'll get what you want. You have to sacrifice. If that's your number one goal, morals, ethics, values, and principles. If your number one value is having that kind of family, you can get that in the U.S.
All right, so I'm gonna divert to Hammer on this one because, listen, I don't mind an Amish chick, but I need.
So now adding qualifications.
All right.
Right.
Hammer,
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying you're allowed to have qualifications and more specific wants, but if you just want a woman who's traditional, give you a lot of kids, one of those communities, if you turn all your shit to raw materials like lumber or horses or what be you'll get a wife within a year if you buy into it.
Man, oh man, 18 to 24 virgin. That's what I'm looking at, right?
Yeah. Take all your money, all of it, liquidate it. Get lumber, whatever the Amish fucking need. I don't know what they need. Take it to the community. I want to join your church.
So I didn't go far right enough when I went to the church I went to. Hammer, your thoughts?
Sir.
Yes,
on
sir.
What?
I mean, like what Hammer said. What is your recommendation on what he said in terms of what he needs to do?
My recommendation is going to be 180 degrees to
You're
that.
talking to King Monk here.
I look.
Hammerhand's going to say, sell your shit and build yourself a cabin by yourself in the woods.
I've been down that road. I've been down that road multiple times. It very rarely has the ending that is good for a man. And that's because your female is empowered to disempower you. Now, if you can luck out and you can find one, especially in a Western country that won't use Western edict against you when things start to get tough or they get bored, good on you. Congratulations. But I don't think that you're going to find that. Obviously, our birth rate tells that story. The marriage rate tells that story. The divorce rate tells that story. The $1 trillion child support court tells that story. I offer men the option to improve themselves, control your biology, and stop worrying about this stuff. Your life is more important than any outside influence. Get a handle on your life. Figure out the things that are going wrong inside of you. Whatever it is, if it's morals, ethics, values, principles, if it's spiritually, emotionally, rectify those things. And then if you still want to go and take the plunge with a female, get some looking, do the things that you need to do to vet them and vet them properly and vet them for a long time. Chances are you will never find the woman that you can vet for 10 months. Let's just say 10 months, without her giving you a glaring red flag somewhere down the road. And then it's on you if you choose to not obey your instincts and cut them loose. Oh, it's just a little red flag. It's not as big as I thought it was. We get a lot of guys that do that. The last caller was doing that. So ultimately, it's your decision. You know the environment, you know the atmosphere, and you know these bloodthirsty cunts out here.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, man, unless there's something else, we're going to wrap this one up and get one of my master wrenches in here.
All right, cool. So the last thing I have to ask, I've long time listened to you and Undead Chronic. I've a long time given up on American women because they are far past gone.
Yeah.
So if I want my children to be the same race as me, I am white. Would you recommend that? And here's the thing.
Of course.
Just get a surrogate, bro. Cool. Just get a surrogate.
A surrogate, yeah. Like he said, a surrogate would be the best thing. And now, look, man, I hate to be fucking Debbie Downer, but recently there have been instances where surrogates have sued to get back the kid that they sold.
Oh, man. Okay.
So you've got to be really fucking careful with all of your options out here. There's no good, clear path forward with the way that women are and the way that men are used.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, it's going to be on you to figure out where you want to take that.
Cool. All right. My goal is going forward as many kids as I can produce, race loyal, and I need to figure that out. And I'll take the advice that you have provided. Most loyal girlfriends I have had are Mexican and Filipino, but I
Yes,
don't
sir.
want to go that route. But I will do what you guys have recommended and go forward.
Do
from
what's
there.
good for you, man. A recommendation is just a recommendation. Somebody
Mhm.
else's opinion shouldn't be your Bible. So
Mhm.
just do what you feel is good for you, but do it with a clear head.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right, brother. Peace.
Appreciate the advice. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Remember,
Appreciate
salt with the tequila.
Right. SCE, welcome to the stream. Sorry about the wait, brother.
Hey, it's all right. How y'all doing?
I'm doing fine, man. What's going on?
I just wanted to make a little comment here that it's because of streams like this that they always look to shut down channels like yours and Chronix, because you see, whenever you stop dropping those truth nukes that just really hit hard, they don't like that because
No,
it
I
just
know.
totally screws up their total system of usury. So
Yes, it
yeah, they
does.
hate streams like this.
I agree with you 100%. I'm really shocked to see that we've got like 450 sets of eyeballs still watching this.
Yeah, well, you were only going to be on here for what, an hour or two, right?
Yeah, I was only supposed to be on here like an hour and a half, man. But you know, it's good. I don't mind doing this. This is like my fucking bread and butter. I love this. And anytime the sulky green commander comes on, you know we're going to entertain.
Well, that's just it. Is that with the upcoming artificial womb, I don't think that he's going to have too many problems. And as far as Western women, forget it. And I mean, feminism has basically it's metastasized globally. So there's just a lot of issues that we can never move forward from. So the best thing that you can do is put on your oxygen mask before you try to help others, because this plane is going down.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's pretty fucking done. And you have to be an absolute imbecile not to understand that. Well, all right, I'm going to do it again. Let me walk that back a little bit. Or just so devoted or invested in brainwashing and indoctrination that you can't tell the difference. Yeah, it's pretty fucking over, man. It's pretty done. Pretty done.
Well, even those guys that don't identify as like MGTOW or Red Pill, they understand the system, even at the core values that, hey, divorce isn't worth it. I'm not going to get married. So that's how come you're seeing the negatives as far as like the birth rates in the Western world, because, they just see that it's not worth it.
No, it's not. I mean, there's nothing in life that is worth suffering through that kind of shit. I mean, as somebody that's been there, it's pretty awful to have another person in control of your existence and uproot everything that you thought you had and watch your kids disappear, watch your birthdays and your Christmases and your Thanksgivings, your first days of school. All of these things went by the wayside. They're gone. And you realize that you're just almost an afterthought in your own kid's life.
Yeah, and they wonder why so many guys go black pill.
Well, nihilistic. It's just nihilism. It's men that have lost hope.
Dudes don't have kids.
No, most of them don't. I have not seen one black pill, self-identifying black pill individual that has actually produced kids, or had that marriage or had that life. And that's not a knock on them. I'm not trying to knock them for that. Not everybody's going to go down that road, but no, they shouldn't wonder about it at all. What they really wonder about is why your programming is short-circuiting. That's what they really wonder about. They wonder why it's not working anymore. And they're scrambling to find reasons to push you into it, to make you compelled to go do that shit.
Oh, they've lost control of the narrative. Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, they have. And it's clear. Look, man, when there are guys like Dave Cullen or and God help him, Tim Pool, or the Quartering, people like this that are
more
getting
complicated than that, guys. Look,
is that right?
I used to work for Disney.
You have these motherfuckers on here and they're getting more views than CNN and Fox put together. It's fucking done. It's over. Mainstream news is never going to be an authoritative force unless it's at the end of a gun.
Hey, the Warband News Network or the Warband Network probably gets more views than a CNN program or two per month.
I'll tell you what, your last 3 videos got more views than the State of the Union.
That fucking
yeah, that fucking
American women are scared. American women are scared. American men won't defend them. I think it's at like 60,000 right now. And that's
yeah,
like a 10-minute
man.
video.
That's more than the fucking State of the Union got, bro. So come on.
Bitches be perking their ears up. 56K. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Be angry.
Yeah, well,
Lauren Southern is shocked.
Lawrence.
yeah, our house plant stands with the Iranian people, right?
Yeah, sure. When he said fucking Kamala Harris, that potato was sitting behind him, and she's like, "No, motherfucker, no."
That was just totally hilarious. I tell you what, it's we can't actually recruit anybody, and we don't need to actually.
No,
I mean,
we
we've
don't
got
need to.
people coming in. Yeah, we've got them coming in all the time, and it's like these kids, they're like, what, 10, 12, 13, 15, they're all going onto the internet, and the first thing that they're looking for is, they want to, try to get that game, and they go to these dating roaches, and they get, they think that they're going to try to play the game and whatnot, and it's like, and then they get taught all the lessons that we're telling them, which is the truth. They get the red pill sprinkles on the blue pill cake, but it's like, then you get the real red pill, and it's like, then you start to understand that, hey, maybe this isn't the way that I thought it was. And, now they're actually getting the educations that we wish that we had when we were in school.
Yeah, that's if you have half a fucking brain cell to be able to accept that and take it in and try to change who you are.
Because these kids that are in school right now, they absolutely do not want anything to do with this narrative, and they understand that it's a narrative. But they've seen enough of our videos, they know everything that they know is they can see the bullshit, and they don't want any part of it.
The boys, maybe the young men. You just got to go to TikTok and Instagram to see that the bitches ain't buying it. They're not swallowing it at all. They're doubling down.
Oh, they're really swallowing. Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, yeah, exactamundo. Yeah, man. Yeah, they're not buying that at all. They're doubling down. They're telling you straight up, if you don't open my door, if you're not a fucking 666 devil Chad, if you're not any of this shit, we can't have nothing to do with you because that's not a real man. I have news for you. We are all real men, and 80% of us were made by you and your mothers. So, do with that what you will. And now, and you kind of understand with that kind of number why men are the top percentage of men are being chased by almost 100% of women.
Oh, it's gotten really bad over the past 5 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's gotten terrible. We used to talk about 80-20. It's not 80-20 anymore. It's not 80-20 anymore. It's probably more like 90-10, 95-5 is what it is. And those statistics are borne out everywhere that you look. So,
Now, I'm an old guy and I still get hit on. It's like, holy shit. It's like, I ain't playing that game no more.
No, I don't mess with that shit. Whenever that comes my way, man, I just kind of brush it off the nicest way that I can, and sometimes they won't let you be nice about it. So I'm like, look, I'm just not dating. Oh, you're just not dating me. I said, no, I'm not dating anyone, ma'am, because y'all are a pain in the fucking ass. And this is a prime example of it. And I've had to say that to people. No, I don't date anyone, because I don't want the fucking headache. I don't want the hassle.
Okay, just as a general note, I spoke with Sidney MGTOW a couple of weeks ago, and he's actually doing pretty good. He's finishing up on his master's. He's been working like a dog, so that's how come you're not seeing him. That and the government over there is kind of insane.
Yeah, they're insane.
It is.
They're insane. I completely understand that, and I thought that it was something like that. If you happen to email him or whatever, tell him what's up, from Hammerhand. We're thinking about him.
Yeah, well, he would like to get back in, but like I said, he's just busy all of the time, literally all of the time.
No, it's okay, man. It's okay. That's one of the first rules of our philosophy is take care of yourself. Do what you have to do for you. You know.
Yeah,
And
well,
donate to paypal.me/HammerhandTM. That's the second rule.
Oh God, I thank you for that, man. Ruthless Schiller, I appreciate it.
Well, you know, they say the second defends the first. You know, same thing with the MGTOW rules. Second defends the first. Before you can do what you want to do, you need to donate to paypal.me/HammerhandTM or like the video or subscribe.
One
Okay.
more again, man. There you go.
Getting back to chilling, and then I'm out of here.
Yes, sir.
Listen, on that stream that you guys have planned for tomorrow, what time is it going to be?
3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. Yeah, okay. You said that you had a couple of extra guests lined up. You said you have Hammerhand committed to that, so that ought to be a pretty good show. Looking forward to that. And guys, have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Sure
Take
will.
care.
SE. Thank you, man. Thank you.
And I'm gonna bounce out of here too. I gotta do what's best for me and smoke this joint.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you, Chronic. Thanks for hanging in there for as long as you did, bro.
Yeah, no problem. Peace.
Peace, man. See you tomorrow. And it's just you and me and you and you and you and all you other motherfuckers that are still hanging out. 475. Still sitting here stabbing me in the eyeballs. Crazy, man. MGTOW Monger. Wow. Another stream tomorrow. Awesome. Absolutely, man. Silver Surf Studio. Jelly. Gents, for the couple of ladies that are in here, few ladies that are in here, peace. Live long and prosper, all that good shit. And yeah, I think we're going to call it a night on this one. I wasn't expecting to go 3 hours, but 3 hours it is. And I'm all right with that. It ain't that big a deal. You guys have a good one, and we will catch you on the next one.